It's time to grind some money. We're going to do a grind that I like to do for money, and it isn't going to be worth as much money now as it will be later on down the road. Now, Paladin can't kill as fast as every other character, but what a Paladin can do is pretty much kill almost with like no downtime. So these mobs are only one level beneath me, so they're pretty strong. But watch my health, my mana. And so what I'm going to do on these rumbling exiles is I'm going to judge them with light. If my hammer's up, I'm going to stun them. I'm going to throw up righteous. I'm going to throw up consecrate. And then I'll wait until my judgment is up again, and I will judge them with righteous. I will switch to seal of wisdom, and we'll throw one more consecrate, and then we'll just auto attack them to death. This is the rotation I'm using on these guys. And what we're trying to see is that, you know, at the end of each fight, we're hopefully around 75% at least for mana and health. And we're already like at 77, 80, so we're fine. The other thing we can do is we can mount up. And I've modified my macro here so that when I hit Control D to throw up my light, it dismounts me. And unfortunately, it doesn't look like it throws up my light right away, so we'll have to do Control D a couple times. But that's another thing you're probably going to want to do on your Paladin is if you go into your macros here, and then I'm still playing around with this, but if you look at Judgment here, I'm dismounting. So dismount mounted, cast if target exists at Judgment. This is for Judgment, but actually what I was really looking at was Seal of Light, so let's go back to that one. I don't know why I put these in different tabs. That's kind of stupid of me. I should really put the general macros in the general macros tab, and like this macro really should be in the other one. But anyway, Seal of Light, so dismount. Actually, let's do show tool tip. And what we're trying to do here is mount up. And we don't even target the smile, we're just gonna spam Control D and then judge. And so I'll have to take Control D multiple times, once to dismount and once again to actually throw up Seal of Light. But it saves us a little bit of time. And I'm going to drop Hammer, I'm going to judge. I'm going to switch to Seal of Wisdom, I'm going to throw one more Consecrate, and then I'm just going to grab my Coke and watch until this mob dies. This is where the Netflix build comes in, and you should pull up a movie on your other window. So, Destratos, how's it going, man? I'm pretty good. This actually I'm doing a little grind here for my goal is to grind here for about 2 hours, or until my bags completely fill up. Now, what's good about killing these guys? There's a couple good things. Again, I can just do Control D and automatically target and start attack, which is nice. The macro does that for me. But the good thing about these guys is they drop the jagged piece of stone, which is 4 silver each, so it stacks up to 5, and so you'll get 20 silver per stack, and they drop pretty often. So here's 20 silver. They also drop the solid stone, which is great. Hold on one second. I just missed my judgment. But what you're going to get is you're going to get lifeless stones, jagged piece. You're also going to get smooth stone chips, and you're going to get solid stones, and you're going to get elemental earth. All of these 5 items are things you're going to be getting. Now, elemental earth right now, I just checked the auction house, aren't selling for a whole hell of a lot. But once Encourage comes out, these things will sell like hotcakes. Usually in the private servers, they're selling for up around 2 to 4 gold each. So you do not want to sell elemental earth. I mean, you can go ahead and use it for enchanting if you have like enchanting where you need to make something robe of power or whatever. I don't even know if it's used for robe of power, but you want to save these up. And when Encourage comes out, or AQ40 comes out, and people start making their nature resist potions for that instance, these things are going to be selling like crazy. I'm talking 4 gold a pop. So stock these all up and away in your bank somewhere. And as I said, the life of stones at 5 stacks, 18 silver. These of 5 stack is going to be 20. The smooth stone chips, 5 stacks, can be even more than 20 silver, which is nice. And then solid stone, of course, it's only 10 silver. But if you're a engineer or a blacksmith, you'll use it. But if you're neither of those, you can actually sell solid stone in the auction house, usually for quite a lot of money. It actually sells really well. I'm actually not going to drop consecrate here. Well, I guess I will. Go ahead and judge. We're going to get seal of wisdom up here. And you just have to watch your mana. Like, my mana's pretty low right now, so I'm not going to bother like refreshing my consecrate, and I'm just going to auto attack this mob down. But the goal here is you just want to keep, you don't want to have to stop. As long as you kill mob and just keep killing and just keep going in a circle, never stopping, you'll do pretty well. You're going to make a lot of money. You know, at this level, you're going to make a decent amount of money. And you'll slowly be leveling. Now, I was 4 bars in, and I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.5 bars earlier, and probably, I don't know, maybe hour and a half. And I made myself a good, you know, like 6 gold probably. Maybe more. I don't know. Probably 6 gold. Now, I'm not counting all the greens, because you do get green drops here. I got these nice shoulders of agility, which are really nice. And I got this other night scammer, which again is a nice item. So, more effects. Way more than 4 gold. Yeah, it just depends. It depends. On the day of release, it'll sell for, yes, it'll sell for usually 6 to 8. But the problem is there's so many that are going to hit. But definitely hold on to them. And since there's nobody here, this is a great farm. I mean, I can do this for hours. I've already got about 20 elemental earth sitting on my banker, so that I've got from earlier today. So far right now I've gotten 5, right? Well, not, I mean, I got some earlier, so I probably got about 25 elemental earth. If they're saying for, like you said, even 10 gold, right? 10 gold on AQ release day, there you go. That's 250 gold. Like I said, the thing here is I really don't ever have to stop killing these guys. I can pretty much just keep running in a circle. I may stop, throw a few heals here and there, but as long as I'm killing one at a time, there's pretty much no downtime on my Paladin. Yeah, but I really like that macro. It's a really simple macro. But just when I throw up Seal of Light, if I'm mounted, it'll dismount me. It casts Seal of Light and then start attack. So as long as I'm close enough to a mob, it will automatically target them and put me into attack mode. And that's just, it's a time saver. You know, you're not doing as many clicks with your mouse, you know. If I didn't have that in there, like set up that way, I would have to manually target the mob and then judge them. Which is not a big deal, but if you're doing it for 2-3 hours in a row, it can just, you know, it can be a little tedious. So here all I have to do is just go Control D, and that's it. And my character will start attacking. Yeah, I was surprised. I wasn't sure how much the elemental earth was going to sell right now, but it was so cheap. I mean, I'm tempted to go up to the auction house and just start buying it all out. They were selling for like 6 silver each. I'm like, are you kidding me? 6 silver each when they're going to sell for 4 to 10 gold for AQ? Oh my god. Shit ton of turnips. Probably not what I would buy with a $100 Amazon card, but what would I buy with a $100 Amazon card? Probably a lot of things. Things for the office, you know. Maybe a new mouse, since mine seems like it's dying on me. I haven't really gotten into my flow yet. I'm kind of all over the place right now because I'm just got on and I'm kind of tired. But I'm trying to fight the fatigue really because I really want to grind on these guys for a couple hours. I'd like to just kill these guys until I get to 41. If I do that, I'll have plenty of. I'll get quite a few more elemental earth, and I'll make quite a bit more money. Get myself up to maybe 25, 26 gold. I don't know what stones. I need to get to the center of this binding. I'm not sure if this guy needs help. Well, he said he needs to get to the center. Well, he's there. He's got to interact and summon. I don't usually do the quest in Arathi that much. Some of them I do. He was flying out of nowhere. Well, at level 45, it's nice. Level 45, we're going to grind ZF. And hopefully get... Actually, probably might do it at 44. But usually I don't have to sit down too often. Every once in a while, maybe I'll kill 10, 12 mobs, and I'll sit down for a drink, maybe a food buff, and then I'll just rinse and repeat. So I guess Morphix, we would just call this a long-term deposit with the elemental earths, because it's going to be a while until AQ40 comes out. But no sense not planning ahead. Hopefully my microphone sounds okay. Should have tested it before I started recording. And before I started streaming. Huh. I gotta stop yawning. I do have a Mountain Dew in there. I may grab this Mountain Dew to give myself a kick in the butt. So we're looking at what, 20, 40, 60. We've already made about a gold. Huh? What's wrong? I was getting bit on my foot last night. I wonder why. Yeah. We'll have to give him a flea bath. Okay. I have the stuff. Yeah, we can give him flea baths tomorrow. He was just treated too, so. Who? Oh yeah, that one. So if they might die. Yeah, they'll probably die. Well, they're okay. Sterile, so they can't breathe. So. Yeah, if not, we'll just give him the flea bath since you got the stuff. Yeah. We had another cat over in the apartment last night, and apparently he had fleas because. I know our cats certainly don't have fleas. As that is just a beautiful helm. So, I mean, if I wanted to, I could sell this helm for 37. I've got this. I could sell this for 33. But really, the Night Sky Armor probably could sell in the AH. Or if, more than likely, I hate to do it, but a lot of these items I'll send to my priest to just enchant so she can really level up her, her enchanting. But it takes a while. Like I was doing this, back in the private servers, and sometimes it feels kind of tedious, like when you're doing this, right? But after you do it for about 20 or 30 minutes, you kind of get into this zone where you just get, you get your rotations down, you get the flow, and it'll start to feel easier, and it'll actually time will start passing by faster than you realize, and I'll go from like my bag's looking like this to hitting the B key and them being completely full, and an hour will have passed and I hardly even realized it. I'm not even joking. That happens with me all the time. If I get I get into this little like meditative state where I can just keep going and going, and time just seems to fly by. Is AoE prot leveling not working? I can AoE some of these guys if I want, but really AoE prot leveling, like, I really can't do a whole lot of AoE until I get to about 40. I mean, like, I could go kill. It just depends on what I'm killing. Like, these guys are level 39. If I go and hit, like, level 37s, I could easily, take 3 or 4 on probably at a time. And a lot of it really depends on you getting up to 40 so you can get your plate. And I don't have a plate. I don't have plate shoulders. I don't have plate chest. I don't have plate bracers. So I still haven't completely fleshed out all my plate gear. Once I get that, my armor, my mitigation damage reduction against targets of my level is going to be well over 46. It'll probably be up around hopefully 53 or 55%. And of course, once you start getting some blue plate items, then it gets even better. So really, AoE leveling for prot really comes online around like level 45. When you start getting some good blue items, and then at that point in time, it's a lot better. But you can AoE at low levels. I mean, I AoE in Westfall, the gnolls. Like when I'm like level 21, 22, I'll AoE those gnolls that are like 18, 19. And I mean, I've pulled groups of 5 of them at once, so you can do it at lower levels too. It just depends on what you're attacking. But yeah, you're not going to level. Whenever it's funny, when I say AOE protection paladin leveling, I'm not talking about speed leveling. I'm talking about leveling by attrition. I'm talking about leveling in a way that most people would call you insane. If you watch me play, I mean, you'll realize this is not speed leveling, right? If I do slash played, I'm at 5 days, right? Of course, a lot of that time was spent grinding. I spent about 8 hours grinding materials for other characters for alts, but yeah, this is not speed leveling. But you will see that once I get up to around like 45, I'm going to start then, and plus you also have to remember that to really get your AoE down, to really have it be beneficial, you really need Blessing of Sanctuary. And since I bum rush Consecration, it takes me quite a while before I can get Blessing of Sanctuary. I still need 2 more levels. So so I'll have Blessing of Sanctuary. Actually, no, next level. At level 41, I'll grab Blessing of Sanctuary. So very next level, we'll have that. And that makes a big difference. It gives me more defense and lets me reflect more damage. I don't even call this, I don't call it a Paladin. I call this a Reflectodon. Because you're really trying to reflect a lot of damage back at your target. But it really, you have to really use all the things in the game to your benefit. You know, the oil of immolations, you know, like enchantments, potions, mana oil. There's so many different things, right? And of course, shield spikes are mandatory. That's something I gotta talk to Bola. Bola's kind of been nice enough to make me some shield spikes, so I just need to see what he wants for it. Does he want money? Does he want, you know? I've got plenty of iron bars. I think it's 4 iron bars. And what is it? 4 iron bars and something else. That's cool, Adam. Yeah, it's not. I think people, people get that misunderstanding that because everybody's in such a rush to get to 60, so they just assume that when you talk about AOE leveling, it's a fast leveling. And of course, for a mage, yeah, it's super fast. If you want to AOE level on a paladin and have it be quick, you would probably have to go ret. You would have to rush into Blessing of Sanctuary first. You wouldn't even bother with Consecration. You would rush Blessing Sanctuary and Reckoning, and you probably would even go into some of your. It would be like more of a standard rep build, to be honest. So sorry if you felt like I misled you, but if you watch my videos, you'll see that I always say this is not a speed leveling build. I need to put that in the comments. You know, this is not leveling fast, but this is leveling in a way that I actually enjoy. Is that male? Yeah. Hunter gear. You spent 40 gold on talent and gear. I don't know you spent 40 gold. Sorry, man. If you want to go, I mean, there's plenty of videos on my channel where I'm killing like, 5, 6, 7, 8 mobs at a time. But that's at higher levels when you get more gear. Six. Is it? I don't know what he's saying. 6 iron bars. Okay, and 4. Okay. I mean, I could take 3 of these guys at once if I wanted to. The problem if you do that is you definitely would have to stop and drink and eat, and you don't really gain a lot by killing 3 at a time at this level. Adam. Yeah, like I said, it's not meant to be a fast leveling build. There's definitely Ret's going to be faster, especially with Pursuit of Justice. But this build will let you be very tanky and let you at higher levels, basically, tank instances, And also, more importantly, it's really a good build for just, for farming. For farming gold, farming loot, farming whatever you want to farm, Because you will be able to kill a lot of creatures at level 60. You'll be able to make big pulls. I mean, I've pulled 5 creatures. I've pulled 5 like level 18s when I'm level 22. So you can definitely AoE at lower levels, but... what's this worth? 32 silver. I guess we'll try to see if that sells. Hunter may want it. The mouse thing is everyone. I'm not sure what the guy's talking. Some guy responded to my videos and he said the mouse thing is everyone. I think he's talking about one video where I was having trouble with my mouse, like mouse sensitivity. My mouse sensitivity was jumping. You ever play on a vanilla private server and your mouse sensitivity for some reason all of a sudden just speeds up? Like your mouse is moving across the screen, all of a sudden it gets faster and you have to basically go back out and kind of reset your mouse or just compensate for it in the WoW mouse settings. I mean, I was having that happen a lot on one of my about 2 years ago on one of the private servers. It was really frustrating. Yeah, the free mount's definitely nice, Adam. It's nice that you hit 40 and you're just like, boop, free, mount. You don't have to worry about farming a bunch of gold. Although, like I said, this is a pretty good farm here. If I sold all the greens that I got from this farm, it would be actually quite good. But a lot of times I end up trying to sell them or disenchant them. And if you weren't like blacksmithing or engineering and you sold the solid stone, you'd make even more money. Let's see how much mana we can regen by the time this guy drops. We were at like 4% when I started. And we are now at 24%. I think we'll get up around 65% by the time he drops. $58, $60, $60, so 60%. Fool's Rock. Why is that? I hope there's more than one person trying to kill that elite, because that mage alone can't do it. She's going to get her... she might get her butt whooped. No, she's alright. Yeah. She took off, said I could figure out she couldn't do it. She's like, I can't do it. I should go up there and tag it. I'm sure he would probably beat my butt. If I remember correctly, he hits pretty hard. Well, now you've got an undead mage and an undead hunter. Yeah, I think they will take him down. Yeah, Horde can't take him. The Horde keep trying to kill this guy, and now I get the Hunter. The Hunter's gonna get his ass whooped. Let's see. I've got 23. This guy's got 15. I have the most health. I got them tagged, but I'm running. I reset them now. Okay. We're trying to kill this big elite here, Ambers. Oh yeah? Let me get in here and see if I can take this guy out. I can't heal. My healing's not going to do anything. This, you know. Taking a mana pot here. Let's take this guy out. Yeah, these casters definitely... Yeah, we got this. There you go. Boom. I don't know what you get for this guy. Anything? See, I didn't even need him, so they needed him. Alright, let's get back to what we were doing. Which is killing some elementals. What's going on, Jeffrey? Got to 33 this morning before work. Gonna shoot for 30, for high 30s or 40s. Yeah, you should be able to do that. Amber? I'm gonna take a little break. My girlfriend wanted to show me something, so I'll be right back. I'm also gonna grab a soda. I should be safe right here. I hope. I'll be right back. Okay. Sorry about that. Let's get back to killing these guys. What is that up there? 10? We don't need no stinking 10. So yeah, I mean if I want to I can if this guy stops knocking me on my butt, I could pull probably all 3 of these if I wanted to. Let's pull 3 and see how well I do. Right? The problem is they have knockdowns. See how many times I'm being knocked down? That's one of the problems with these, that you really don't want to pull multiple. You don't want to fight you don't want to be fighting AoE mobs where they have knockdowns or stuns or sleeps or anything of that nature, and you certainly don't want to be fighting any mobs that can cast magic, because magic will just shred me unless I, obviously equip some magic resist gear. So, if I can get this guy judged, or not. So you can see fighting these multiple one of these is just stupid. I'm just getting knocked to the ground constantly. Actually, we're gonna go farm those humanoids up in the Altrock Mountains, because that's actually a really good spot. I just wanted to farm these guys for money. These guys are worth a lot more money than the other ones. But yeah, if we go up to here in the Altrock Mountains, see this Dandra's Fold here? We can kill the there's some level 40 41s here that are great because they dual wield, and so they proc Redoubt, and they're just double hitting my shield, and basically I'm just reflecting all that damage back with my shield spike. So I'll send Bola some. I really need to level up a warrior. If you guys watch me, you'll see that I don't try to get to 60 really fast. It may take me forever to get to 60 because I want to be very self-sufficient. I want to be able to say, oh, I need a iron shield spike, right? And so to have that, I would like to have my own warrior who's a blacksmith. I hate to have to ask other people all the time for that for things, Although it really sucks that the mail system's so slow. Because at least if I have someone in my guild who's like a blacksmith, they can just meet me somewhere and just give it to me, as opposed to me mailing it to myself for another character and waiting an hour, for it to get me. It's even worse if I want to say like, oh, I want to craft something on this blacksmith, and then I have to send it to my priest to enchant it, and then send it to my paladin. Now we're talking over 2 hours. It's just kind of sucks. Now watch here, if I judge light and just double up and throw seal of light back up. Oh, God, this guy's annoying. Watch my health go up here. If I actually hit the guy. It's so weak, man. I can't wait till I can get life stealing. That's another thing I need really bad. That's why if you see me like switching to my characters, I really want to get my enchanter up, Because I really want to get my enchanter to have the enchants that I want for my paladin. I want a blacksmith to have the blacksmiths, saying things for my paladin. So I'm very self-sufficient. And then at that point, what's really going to be fun is I'll start rolling more paladins. I'm thinking about rolling like a second and a third paladin. That way I can roll different specs on each one. Well, and basically level up with different specs just to see what it's like, This is the one I want. This is the weapon I want for for my Fiery Blaze enchant from Badlands, I want this weapon from ZF because of the chance to do nature damage to mobs in front of me. Alright, I'm going to go to the bathroom. Now that I had to run out and get a drink and talk to my girlfriend, now I actually have to use the restroom. So I'm going to throw up Wisdom and Consecrate, and I'll be right back.
What does this button do? What does escape? Escape.
Escape. I'm streaming right now, so everything you say.
We should have them.
Tell him hello.
Sounds like just hammer.
Are you showing your foot?
Oh no, it smells.
Where's the cat? Maybe I'm gonna clean that one around. Oh, what does this button do? Yeah, I'd like to get to. You can see I'm only about 8 bars or something from 41. And 41's gonna be cool because we get Blessing of Sanctuary, so that's very exciting. So really around level 45, I should actually be able to AoE pretty effectively. And it'll be the first time I've ever used a Reckoning, so I'm pretty excited to see how that works. How well that's gonna work. And again, finding mobs like the ones that I'm gonna go hit up here in Ultrarch by Ultrarch Mountains that are dual wielding is fantastic because they're swinging very quickly, so they have more chances to crit you, and then they have more chances for you once you're crit to block their fast attacks. So. Alright, let's pour some Mountain Dew here. I need some energy, guys. Need some caffeine. I'd like to get to SM tonight, too. Maybe I can get some gear. Did I put... Let me check. I did put 1 point. I'm thinking I'm just going to go with 2 points in Righteous. We'll see. I would like to go 3. I would like to be able to tank pretty effectively. We shall see. Morpheus. Yes, Morpheus. Yes. I should have taken the blue pill. Welcome to the desert of the real. Yeah, you can see how often they're knocking me down. That makes AoEing multiple ones of these just a bad idea. What I'd like to do is just keep killing these until my bags are completely full. That's what you really want to do. That way when you go in, you get yourself a decent bit of money. Alright, let's bump this up a little bit. What do we have here? We've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I'd say we've made about 2 gold, probably almost already. But we want to make a lot more than that. There is a blue shield at level 41 that we can get that I can buy. I think it was around like 6 gold. It may have sold already. Also, someone had the Uther's Strength trinket in there for 89 gold, but they since relisted it around 35 gold. I mean, I wouldn't mind just grinding gold and buying that because I do want that trinket. But 35 gold's a little high. I think actually he listed it at 39 gold. Yeah? What? What's up? What was that guy's name? Murder deity. Okay. Murder god. Murder deity. Murder demigod. Murder deity. Murder demigod. RNGesus. Technologies. Technologies. Oh shit. Where's Ken? I don't see Ken in here. Ken, we need to run SM. I can kill these mobs way faster, but then I'll be using more mana drink. Like I can judge a lot more often, I can throw consecration up a lot more often, but then I'll just basically very quickly. Yeah, so we're up well over 30 elemental earth that I've gotten today. So if they do sell for like around 10 gold once AQ land launches, that'll be like 300 gold. I'm zoning out because I was looking at the other monitor. Hello, Mr. Rumbling Exile. Mountain Dew, baby. Mountain Dew. We still got a ways to go until this inventory is full. Always helps when you get like 3 decent items though, that's not bad. Actually, we're 13 elemental earth. The Netflix build. Yeah, Adam, you should know that this is not a fast living build because I call it the Netflix build. It's like you just get a few skills up and things in place, and you start auto attacking, and then you start watching Netflix on your other monitor, man. But you'll see later on that it actually is very good at AoE. Just takes a little while to get there. I think people always confuse it with mage AoE. That's completely different. You could AoE quite a bit earlier if you didn't go for Consecrate, but then you'd lose the Consecrate damage. But Consecrate really isn't that great unless you're going up against like 3 or more mobs. I mean, against one mob, I might throw 1 or 2 in, but it's best when you've got like 6 mobs pulled. You drop Consecrate and Sanctuary and all kinds of fun stuff. All right, let's just drop this guy. Is this the rogue that was out here earlier? No, it's different. There was actually a rogue out here earlier today. It was killing with me for quite a while. Oh, shit. Why did he spawn right on me? Did someone interact? That jackass. Did you see that warrior? He went up and interacted with the stone. Is this guy not elite? Yeah, he is elite. Yeah. It was a stupid warrior. He interacted with it and I think summoned this guy. I don't know which quest does that, but you have some sort of item where you can summon these guys. Now he'll see it was the warrior. See, he said foolish warrior. Now and he'll fade away after a certain amount of time. So that warrior was just doing that to get him on me. He's just being a dick. But you can't kill me, Daddy. You can't kill cute Faith like that. Are you fucking kidding me? I don't think so, homie. I'm sick of these guys knocking me on my ass. Yeah, I really want to get the priest enchanting up, so I want to get her level up, and I also want to get the, isn't that the same jerk warrior who pulled? Help you kill it. Why is it that people think they can just pull up elite at like level 38? And of course he despawns. He only stays up there for a certain amount of time. Yeah. You can kill him with 2. I've seen warlocks and warriors kill him, but I don't know how difficult they are. On PvP servers, I don't generally do this zone that much. Just need to get a few more. See, there's some group here. Just need to get a few more subscribers, and we're at 1,000, which will be really cool. I'm currently at. Ooh, of course, knocks me on my ass. Currently at 988. Just need 12 more. That's cool. Just looking at some comments to one of my videos. Interesting. Interesting. Pantheon Plus. I don't know why he keeps... My friend's running this channel, Pantheon Plus, but he's doing all this, like... He's doing all this other game content, because Pantheon Plus isn't going to be out. That's the funny part. You create a channel to promote a game, a video game, like an MMO, like Pantheon Plus. It might not be out until, like, 2022. Or maybe even 20... You know what I mean? What is today? We're in 2019. So I'm sorry, 2021. You know, that's a. If you're gonna have a channel just dedicated to that, you're gonna have to find some other content because you can't just keep. You know, there isn't gonna be that much information out, you know, to cover for an MMO over the course of like 2 years. So he's doing like videos on like Borderlands 2, and that's why I would never name my channel after a video game. You know what I mean? I would never name it like Pantheon Plus. Yeah, like Nathan Napalm, he does a lot of content on Pantheon Plus, but his channel is called the Nathan Napalm channel, so he's free to do content on whatever he wants. Now? I heard my girlfriend make a meow sound from the bathroom. Actually, I do need the Stromguard badges. What? He knocks me down from all the way over there. Simon's cat. That was lame. I'm just hoping these bags fill up soon because I'm getting tired of killing. Only because I need more sleep. I'm just tired. I haven't gotten much sleep this week. I never get enough sleep though. Yes, Morpheus, we need more sleep. Follow the white rabbit. I'm starting to fill up the bags. What are we at? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4. I'm drinking the Mountain Dew because I'm falling getting tired. I need the Mountain Dew to keep. Huh? Amber, don't blame me because you don't have any soda. You can drink one of those Cokes in there.
What?
Only one, though. Only one of my baby Cokes. Only because I love you. My girlfriend forgot to get soda, which always cracks me up because she... we both work right down the street, and it's like we drive past, like, two grocery stores on the way home, and I'm always like, man, if you don't have soda on your way home from work. I work from home on Fridays and Mondays, so I was already home. Otherwise, I would have probably got some Diet Coke. Come on, bags. How many? So we are up to 16 elemental earth. So again, let's say that they sell for 10 gold each. Once AQ40 comes out, that's 160 gold. Plus I got like another 25, so we're looking at 410 gold probably. I've never seen them sell for that high. I've seen them sell for maybe 6 or 7 gold on private servers, but I don't think I checked the price maybe the day of AQ release. Yeah, I'll have to look. We'll have to find out, Morpheus. Yes, we will. Yes, Morpheus. Oh, and there's another one. I would like to do some SM. Let's say a 41, because I do have the quests in the name of the light. And I think we can all agree that I need this big ass sword, big ass one-hand sword. want to sell Destiny. Ooh, this is a Destiny. Chance on hit increases strength by 200. Wouldn't that just be Crusader? I could use it. Man, that's a nice weapon, I gotta tell you. Actually, there's a quest I still need to turn in over here. So, but I think it has a follow-up quest, which I'm not sure if I can do because I think it's pretty tough. I'll have to go check it out once the inventory gets full. And we're still working on that bit of our the challenge here. We'll just call this the Rumbling Exile Challenge. Hey, what's up, Luxon? Yeah, I am good. My girlfriend is good, and my 3 cats are good. In my world, that's about everybody. I keep things close to... I keep my inner circle pretty small. Yeah, everything's good. I gotta go to work tomorrow for just an hour. Probably an hour or two. We're pushing out our production code changes for the month. We'll push those out tomorrow morning, and then after that I'll probably come home and pass out for like 2 or 3 hours because I'm gonna need some sleep, and then I'll get up and then I'll just play WoW probably all day long. I really want to do a lot of SM runs tomorrow. I'm so tired tonight. You know, it's tough at night. I'm usually really fatigued from working all week and from playing WoW early into the mornings during the week and not getting enough sleep. So it kind of accumulates during the week. Like Monday, I'm pretty good. Tuesday, and as the week, days get on, I just get more tired and more tired until Friday comes around and I'm exhausted. Got a lot of deep rock salt. Now we can make some like elemental leather later down the road. And of course, I do have a hunter, and I love hunters, by the way, guys. So just another class. So really, I mean, ideally, here's what I would love to have. After playing Classic for like a year, ideally I would want to have a 60 Druid, a 60 Priest, a 60 Warrior, a 60 Paladin, and a 60 Hunter. I would like to have all of those. I would have Alchemy, Engineering, Blacksmithing, Enchanting, and what's the other one? And Leatherworking. That's kind of what I want to accomplish, you know? It'll take me a while to get there because I'm pretty chill about leveling, so... I'll try not to yawn, right? Yeah. Where are the Murlocs at? Alright, let's take out some more. We're just killing these exiles. They're worth decent money. And of course I'm just stocking all these elemental earths for AQ. So that'll be good gold in the bank later. But, you know, like I said, so we got 18, you know, 18, 20, 20, 20, you know, 53 silver for that one. Nice. 19, you know, 18. So you see where all these stones, they just add up. They add up to a pretty decent amount of money. The other thing, guys, if you take a look at the map here and you look at the refugee point, there's a vendor here that sells potions. He sells these mana potions, which are great for any casters, really, right? And he also sells these greater healing, which they're both pretty good. I mean, even at my level, they're both, especially the mana ones, because I don't have a lot of mana. So I pop this guy and he gives me 45 to 585 mana. Shit, I only have 1500, so that's a pretty good chunk of mana. So definitely worth checking that vendor when you're out in Arathi Highlands as often as you can, just to see if those potions are there, and just buying them up. They're not that expensive. Maybe they're 4 or 5 silver each, but that's pretty much worth it. Let's go ahead and man up. And we're running out of food buffs, aren't we? Now we still got 17 of the roasted raptor flesh. Alright, let's do it. So I'll push up my DPS output a little bit here. That just means I won't use the wisdom as much, steal the wisdom as much. We can throw up consecrate, we can judge, we can refresh righteousness here, and you'll see that he's going to go down a lot faster. But my mana also is going to go down a hell of a lot faster. We'll go ahead and judge here, and then we'll throw up wisdom. But you see my mana is already down to like, what, 50%? Oh well, and then we'll judge this guy with wisdom. We'll throw up light. And consecrate. So now we have the chance to heal, and now my heal's up, which I don't need now because I'm almost 100% health. So let's throw up the righteous. Seal of the righteous. The righteous. Been sitting in Moonbrook outside DM for about 10 minutes now, waiting for this bloody messenger to spawn. Ah, the messenger. I hardly ever. You know, honestly, the last 3 paladins I leveled to 60, I don't think on any of them I've finished dead mines, you know. I'll get all the quests, and then I hate getting groups in there because you always get a bunch of, you know, let's just say not skilled players. I mean, sometimes you get lucky and you get a good group. I'm just cursed. I'm cursed with groups. So I get like if I get like a pug group, I always end up getting some crazy Leroy Jenkins guy who's like, I'm just going to run in. It's all good. And if there's a warlock or a hunter, they will go into battle with their pets and aggro like freaking everything under the sun. It's like every single time I get a hunter or a warlock, their pets just are aggroing the whole instance. Drives me nuts. But yeah, if you focus not on your bars, your leveling bars, and just focus on your bags and say, okay, I'm going to go out and I'm going to kill these until my bags are completely full. Don't even focus on the leveling. And, you know, actually, to me, it makes it less painful. It doesn't seem to take as long. A lot of times I'll even do stuff like this. I'll, like, organize the bags. I'll say, okay, I know I'm going to get a bunch of these, so I want them all to be in these slots right here. And I'll break it up like this. And I'll put, like, 4 jagged pieces of stone in this row. Then I'll put 4 lifeless stones in this row. Anything you can do to keep yourself from falling asleep, you know what I mean? Yeah, actually, yeah, I've definitely run into people who've never played Classic before. I mean, who've never played Vanilla or Classic, and that's always interesting, you know. They're like, how do I get here? How do I go there? How do I get to Stormwind from Darnassus? You know, and then you're like, okay, you've never really played Classic or Vanilla, have you? You know. Or how come I can't... My other favorite one. How come I can't use two-handed swords? You know what I mean? How do I learn two-handed swords? Or why can't I use a gun? You know, I'm a hunter, but I can't use a gun. Things like that, you know. It's like, well, you got to train. Because they came into the game when, you know. And then there's the people who have hunters and have no idea how to play their hunters. They're like, how do I train my hunters? And another question I get asked on hunters a lot is, can I skip? Like, let's say my hunter knows bite rank 1. My hunter's pet knows bite rank 1. Well, do I have to learn bite rank 2, or can I just wait and then pick up bite rank 3 and that's good enough? I'm like, yeah, you can skip if you want. But you can get bite rank 2 probably at like level, what, like level 20? Or is that, I think that might be 3. I can't remember, but it's either 2 or 3. You don't, you know, so if you're skipping and getting 3, that means you screwed up and didn't get 2 when it was available to you. You should always try to skill up your pet's skills as soon as they're available because it just makes sense. Your pet's going to do more damage, you're going to kill things faster, thus you're going to level faster. I'm not a min-maxer. I'm not super worried about leveling speed. So, but of course I know how to level fast if I want to. You know, I mean, I can certainly level fast if I want, but it's just like, then I got to do a bunch of quests and run here, run there. It can get tiresome and tedious. I actually would rather level doing this, just running in a circle. Now, if the story was more engaging, like, you know, like the MMO that I'm working on, or the concept, it's kind of a video game concept I'm developing. I mean, I'm trying to create the game in such a way that you just want to explore. It wants to pull. It's like your Bilbo Baggins, and you just want to explore the world. I mean, you want to get out there and just go, because it's a big mystery. It's like you may know the world up to the borders of your area, your village, but beyond that, you don't know anything. In fact, that's one thing I wanted to do. This is one thing I thought about when creating your characters. Now, this, of course, in today's day and age, it's very difficult to keep anything away from MMO players because it's all out there on the internet. So as soon as somebody knows anything about it, it's leaked all over the internet. But think about it this way. What if you played an MMO and your options when you went in were pick not a race. You're not picking a race or a class. You're picking a region. What part of the world do you want to hail from? And then it comes there and says, okay, you know, you are a certain type of person. These are the traits that you have. And you can start out in one of these villages or cities in this region. And then once you pick that, okay, now because you're one of these, you're a little bit better at maybe fishing, or you're a little bit better at maybe mining, or you know, you're better with a bow, you know. And then after that, it's really, so there's not really classes, so to speak. It's more based on, you know, where you grew up in the world, you know, as to what was required to survive in that part of the world. But it would be cool to be able to go into the game and not know what you're going to run up against. Like, you start in this part of the world and you only know your part of the world. You have no idea what the other people of the other regions look like, what their talents are, what their specialties are, what things they have because of their race that makes them better in certain things. You just don't know, because the information isn't given to you unless you go far enough down the path of the game to actually see it. But again, it's the internet, and once somebody knows it, it's going to be fucking... You know, I miss the days where there was no internet, because you could play. I mean, of course, there were no online games then, of course, but it'd be cool if there were online games without the ability for people to post any information on the internet about those games. So you could have it, you would play, and it would connect to the web, and, you know, it would be networked up for network play, but there was no bulletin boards, websites, or anything. The only way you could learn stuff was by talking to the players in the game or playing the game. I mean, how cool would that be? Where was the farm trader for the druid? But yeah, that would be cool. You know, and I do think an open-ended system is a lot more fun. Meaning, kind of more like Skyrim, where you're like, okay, if I choose to make a bow and go out there and go hunting, I'm naturally going to get better at using a bow. You know, it just makes sense, right? And if I want to wear plate armor and shoot a bow, I can do that. But I think we would want to put, you know, things in place that says, okay, I mean, obviously in plate armor, it's going to be more difficult to get your arrows out and to knock your bow as quick as if you were just in, like, leather armor. You know, your movement's going to be a little bit more restricted, so you can't fire arrows at the same rate, speed. As far as like the game I make, the game I would make would not have like leveling by it would you're not really leveling, so to speak. You're not leveling like you don't have a character level. It's all about character growth. So you would be more proficient in certain life skills. Like you might be better at being a thief, or you might be better at shooting a bow, or you might be better at reading magical writings. You know, you might be better at casting fire magic, the elemental magic of fire, just simply because you've communed with some fire deities, or you've just practiced the fire, or you've been able to decipher some rare scrolls that taught you how to use fire to a better degree of proficiency. So really, the game would be more about evolving your character through exploration and knowledge. It'd be more about knowledge, like learning more about your character and your class and how to play it better based on where can I go. And of course, you'd have to find these things in the world. You'd have to find some sort of old, beaten down long lost civilization, maybe somewhere in the corner of the world in a dark forest. And the only way to find that is to maybe go talk to some people in some different villages, and maybe find rumors here and there that point you kind of sort of in the right direction. Again, the problem with this is that it's an MMO, and once people find out where it is, they put it up online. So what I came up with was a system where the location would be one of maybe 20 to 30 possible locations, right? So you would never be 100% sure. Someone would say, well, I know that for that, that rumor, that I found that item here in the world. But if I put it in one of 25 different places in the world, and it was random, right? Like if you went there yourself and for you and you found it, then the next person that tries to find it, if they go to that place, it might not be there because it's random. It's RNG. So just those types of systems would have to be put in place just so that all the information isn't just tossed out there on the World Wide Web for everybody to be like, if I want to be this character and learn this fire magic, you just go here, 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 and just create a big guide. Because that takes away the fun, right? All the fun of exploration and learning on your own is pretty much gone. That's a good point. I would say that's something I actually had never considered, and I actually really like that idea. One thing I've talked about is if you're walking through like a swamp, for example. Let's say you go on a big journey across the map, and let's say every so many feet you walk through swamp, your gear takes a little of a durability hit. If you don't take care of it, if you don't take care of the wetness or oil your armor and your leather correctly, it could start to degrade. But I never thought about actually just your sword skill. Like if I don't use my sword, let's say I spend 2 weeks just casting magical spells at monsters, then do my sword skills actually go down? I think that's an interesting idea, and that's something that I'd have to think about. The other thing I thought about was, and a lot of stuff that I pull up with my inspiration is Dungeons and Dragons, because I played Dungeons and Dragons as a kid back in 1985. And so a lot of the ideas I think of come from Dragon Magazine or the original Dungeon Masters books, or any kind of companions or extra stuff that other people created back then. So you're talking about one of the things that I really, really, really like that you don't see in MMOs that much is I really like the idea of items breaking, because it's realistic. I like anything that could be realistic. What if I swing a sword at somebody and I miss and it hits the brick wall? Well, there's a chance the sword might break right in half. So I would actually put in an RNG-based system, and it'll piss people off. I know it'll piss people off, but I'm still going to put it in, right? And what it would be is that the computer behind the scenes, when it's calculating your to hit, it's going to roll a number, and let's say it rolls a 1. That would be like a critical miss. Then it's going to roll another number, and let's say it rolls a 1 out of, I don't know, 1 out of 20, and then it rolls it again, and it rolls a 1 out of 20 again. Then your sword's definitely going to break at that point, and then it'll roll like another number just to determine what are the random circumstances that might be that cause it to break. Did you stumble and fall down and smack your sword on the ground? Did you swing and miss and hit a wall? Did your sword collide with the enemy's weapon? And you know what I mean? And if you really wanted to make it really cool, you could put those animations into the game. Like you're swinging at a character and all of a sudden your sword collides with theirs and it breaks. How cool would that be? To be there in the middle of combat, you actually visibly see your sword break. I think that would be really neat. And then the other thing, too, is, of course, the critical wound system. You have critical misses, critical hits. Let's say the monster rolls some sort of critical hit on you, and again, he rolls critical hit again, and he rolls a 20 out of 20 twice, then he might, like, cut out one of your eyes or cut off one of your arms. I mean, those types of things would be Not in regular mode. Those would be some sort of a hard mode game, you know. You know, some sort of a different mode of the game you could play where it would be, you'd kind of run those risks. All right. This guy's gonna get his butt whooped. Maybe not. I've seen mages take these guys, take him down. Yeah, he did. I've seen mages take these guys down. Frost mages are so strong. Yeah. Yeah, D&D is a big inspiration for me. Also, another big inspiration for me is the books by Michael Moorcock, and even the Michael Moorcock game system. You know, Stormbringer is a huge inspiration for me. There's some great stuff in Michael Moorcock that I like. I really like the DTs, and I really like the good and evil. You know, having lawful gods, kind of like an evil. They could be, you know, one of the cool things that I wanted to do was have a system where you worship demons, and if you wanted to enchant your weapon, what you do is you would have to summon a demon. You'd have to be first. You have to do a check to see if you actually succeed on the chance to summon the demon. Then once the demon arises, you have to do combat with the demon and defeat him. Now let's say you're really, really advanced in summoning demons, like super advanced, and when you summon them, there might be a chance that you're so powerful, and you know you've impressed the demon so much that when you summon him, he already is, you know, there to do your bidding. But in most cases, that won't happen. In most cases, you're going to summon the demon. You're going to have to fight the demon. You have to conquer the demon. At that point, once you conquer the demon, then you can bind the demon into whatever weapon you want or whatever armor. And based on the type of demon you summon is the type of magical imbuement that item would actually, you know, get. So there's a lot of random chance to it, you know, and it's cool. And then I just think that's a really, really cool system that I'd like to see. And I don't know, I have a lot of ideas around a lot of that stuff, but I feel like I'm missing some buffs here. What am I missing? Beyond my food buff. We still got a ways to go until we've filled up my bags. Yeah, that's one of my favorite kind of like what I like to call like life systems. So basically, you would be choosing whether you're like one of them would be like obviously like elemental magic, and of course there's going to be the four schools of elemental magic: fire, ice, wind, and you know, and earth. But by getting good at any of those, you have to somehow learn them, you know. And for those, mostly it's going to be like ancient scrolls, maybe some sort of an ancient teacher, or somebody can teach you some stuff. Maybe some writings you find on a wall. Maybe, I don't know, there's so many different ways you could learn it. But the more you use, let's say you find an old scroll that you read that teaches you how to cast a fireball, you know. And the more you cast the fireball, the better you get, or the higher your intelligence, the greater chance you have when you read the scroll to actually learn the fireball spell at a greater level of proficiency. You know, think of it as like a rank 1 fireball versus a rank 5 fireball. If I'm super intelligent, like maybe my intelligence is like 30, which is like godlike, right? When I read one of these scrolls, I might learn fireball rank 8. Whereas someone who's like intelligence like 12 might learn fireball rank, you know, 1 or 2. Again, there's a lot of RNG based in these types of systems. But I think it makes stuff it adds a lot of flavor and a lot of variety. You know, and the other thing I liked was being able to augment stuff with alchemy, but alchemy in a real sense of the word, like really putting poisons on your weapons, or really like dousing your weapon in oil and lighting it on fire. You know, what if you were proficient in fire elemental magic and you were also an alchemist, and you would coat before you went into battle, you'd coat your sword with some sort of oil, and then you would just really quick shoot, cast a fire, some sort of a lighting effect on your weapon, and your weapon would actually catch on fire, and you would see it in the game. Like when you swung your sword would literally be encased in flame, and of course it would only last so many rounds before it burned out. And again, there's other stuff too. Like what if the demon you bind to it is some sort of a fire demon? In that case, you could throw oil on your blade, and maybe if you're lucky, the fire demon would do something to ignite it for you, and maybe sometimes he wouldn't. And the cool thing about that is, and adding RNG into that as well, when he doesn't do that, you could see him say something. The demon would actually communicate to you in game. You'd see it as you were swinging your sword. You're gonna say, "I'm sorry, I'm not gonna light your fire today." Whatever. There's just all kinds of super interesting things you can do. And of course, people are always worried about balancing, but I don't really think balancing. I mean, balancing always kind of takes care of itself. I mean, people will figure out ways to exploit certain systems, and you just have to patch the game. It's like, oh, this is too powerful. All right, well, we'll patch the game. Let me pour some more Mountain Dew here. But yeah, the demon system is one of my favorite ones. So you'd have core life systems, and then you would have basic like just talents and skills. You could, like, if you want to learn how to pick pockets, or if you wanted to learn how to be good at being stealthy. A lot of those things wouldn't really be life systems. They would be stuff you would just practice and learn, and a lot of that stuff could be augmented by what type of armor you're wearing. Obviously, if you want to be stealthy, you're probably gonna wear some sort of soft leather, dark in color. You're not gonna be walking around in plate. But the thing that I hate about MMOs that I really, I mean, it's fun. I don't want to say I hate it, because it's fun to get weapons. It's fun to get upgrades. Everybody likes it. I mean, I admit I do too. But an MMO shouldn't be about gear progression. That should not be their primary reason you play an MMO. An MMO should be about progressing your character, but also exploring a fantastical world, and just having fun while doing that. Exploring this fantastic world that's a lot cooler than the world we live in, because the world we live in, frankly, sucks ass, right? So, exploring a fantastical world and doing deeds that people revere you for. How cool is it if you go and say, you go take down that big, swamp hag, and you save the village children that were stolen by this swamp hag who planned on eating them. And so you go out there and you save them, and when you come back, they're all cheering your name. And there's a lot of, or maybe you get a special, maybe they present you with a special tabard, like a city crest. Maybe even just a certain shield or sword or a title. You know what I mean? There's lots of things they could do. Yeah, as far as the alignment definitely would play. I'm sorry, I missed your question there before. The alignment would definitely play a part of it. You couldn't, like, if you were lawful good, you really couldn't be summoning like demons and trying to bind them into your weapon. So I definitely would go down the Dungeons & Dragons route of saying that, like, if there's two ways you can do it. You could say, okay, you're going to pick this region. Do you want to pick these types of people that live in this area, or these that live in that area? And then you could tell the player that these people are generally more like neutral good or lawful good, while this tribe of people are more kind of evil. They're more into like killing their neighbors and eating them alive, or you know what I mean? You could do it that way, or you could just do it that your actions dictate your alignment. So kind of like Star Wars: The Old Republic. If I keep doing bad things, my alignment's going to naturally progress more towards being, evil. So you could start off maybe trying to worship a god, a lawful god. But then if you kept doing bad acts, like over and over again, you start doing acts that he frowned upon, then eventually he would cast you aside. He might even kill you, and just cast you out, and he would not help you any longer. Because the whole point of worshiping a deity or a god is to hopefully gain some sort of benefit from it. I gotta check my phone. My girlfriend. Oh. Oh. She's sending me sexy cat pictures. The cat's passed out. Sexy cats. Ah. I don't really want 10. I want at least iron. Iron it up right at this point. Gold is good. Silver ore is good. So we still... it won't be too long. I bet by the time we go around this circle one more time and get back to where I am now, my inventory will probably already be full. And I'll have to go back to town and clear it out. Yeah, but that's pretty interesting. Yeah, like if you had like a chaotic evil demon in your weapon and you started being like really good. Yeah, he could try to rebel and somehow break free of your binding. So that definitely is something to consider. What was that you said earlier? We were talking about, oh yeah, if you don't use your skill, would it get worse? I think it would. You know, I think that would make sense. Oh, 12 more subscriptions. So David Gemmell, British author of heroic fantasy debut novel Legend. I haven't read any of his books. I read a lot of fantasy, but I haven't read David Gemmell. I like Terry Brooks. I like, obviously, J.R.R. Tolkien. I love Robert Jordan, obviously, is fantastic. Elizabeth Hayden's got some good stuff. There's a bunch of authors. Stephen R. Donaldson's good. Yeah, and I think that's cool. Yeah, not only having to surrender, but every town's different. So that's the other thing that I was talking about. Like getting away from the gear progression and getting more into character progression. Like learning the world, learning what towns have what rules, learning what you can do. You may go to a town that you've never been to before, and then walk in there with a weapon, and they might throw you right in jail, or you may be wearing the wrong colors and get attacked by some band of brigands. You know what I mean? There's so many things, and so actually learning the world is one of your progressions, just learning it, and then actually learning different people in different cities and becoming on the know, kind of on the in. Like maybe the first time you go to an inn and you meet the innkeeper, he may not like you that much, but if you talk to him, maybe you do a few deeds for him, then eventually after you do that, then he'll open up and say, hey, I heard you were trying to find something about this long lost fire temple, and then he'll give you a tip or like a rumor. So that leads you down the path of hopefully finding what you're looking for, which is to strengthen your abilities with fire, elemental fire. So, it's not about level so much. I mean, it is to some degree, but it's more about just, progressing, and then you can keep expanding on that. I think that was the biggest flash shot I've ever seen, 256. Is that the one that the movie was based off of? There was that movie Legend, wasn't there? I'll check it out, though. yeah, just learning the world, learning the people in the world, learning the safe ways to traverse the world. So I'll make the world really dangerous. Pantheon's trying to put in like weather system stuff, but I want to put stuff in the world that's actually super dangerous. So let's say you talk to someone who says, "Hey, I want to get from here to this other city that I heard about. I don't know anything about it, but somebody told me something about it. There was a really good blacksmith there, and I need some work done on my weapon, right? Because I want to upgrade my weapon somehow." And they're like, "Well, how do I get there?" I mean, you don't know, right? The other thing is that I'm not going to put a map in the game. I'm thinking about there being no map. So you have to draw your own map on a piece of paper, or obviously people will put one up online. But you have to explore and remember where you went, right? Or maybe go to town and just, okay, well, off in that direction, right? Or there'll be roads, of course. Like, follow this road. There'll be signs on the roads kind of like they're on Skyrim. But I'm kind of... Now, there will be a map. Obviously, if you completely explore all the parts of an area, then I might give you a map that shows you, like a little... What we'll do is we'll say that you're keeping your own hand-drawn personal map. And every time you go somewhere, you have to spend a certain amount of time, updating your map. Something like that. Biggest during a huge... No, we're still not full yet. I thought I'd be... Well, oh, we're getting there. Just slowly but surely. The other thing that I could put in the game is you could buy a map, like a map maker. Foolish Paladin. Some Paladin summoned him. I'm looking for the Paladin. But you could buy a map, but of course the map wouldn't be completely accurate. You know what I mean? So you'd be trying to find a place and end up going the wrong direction. Yeah, exactly. That's something I was thinking, like cartography, like the ability to actually write down a map. So like if you don't have... So you could put things in there like if you didn't know cartography, you would just have a very rough drawn map. It wouldn't be to scale. You wouldn't really know how far places were. And then to extrapolate on that, what if you made it so that you had... I mean, I actually want to put some survival stuff in there, so... Traveling from one city to the next, you actually have to have food, and if you don't eat food, you'll starve to death. So if you're not good at mapping distances, you may be like, okay, I need to go from here to here, but you really don't have any idea of what kind of provisions you would need, and what if you run into... The other thing could happen is you could get attacked by some brigands or thieves, and they could steal your provisions. And then where are you? You're basically stuck, and so then that's when other skills come into play, like what about hunting and trapping, and some other skills that you can rely upon to actually survive, So... If you're crap, you get shunned. Yeah. There's a couple different books I've read where they have some pretty interesting, bard-like characters. Terry Brooks does some stuff with where they use this magic called the Wish Song to actually sing tales and be kind of like bards. They're playing instruments and. Yeah. Yep. That's one of the books he's done. But I'm talking about, I think it's Will Ohmsford. He's using the Wish Song to sing it. But there's another later one. It could be Jargos. But I like Terry Brooks. He's pretty good. Even though The Sword of Shannara was pretty much a complete ripoff of The Lord of the Rings. Which is funny because when I read the book, I had read The Lord of the Rings like a couple times by then. And... it's funny because I didn't catch it the first time, and then later I'm like, wait a minute, you know, because I was young. I was a lot younger when I first read that. It's like we've got She and Flick that are kind of like two halflings almost. We've got Balinor, who's kind of like Aragorn. We've got Hemdall, who's pretty much just like, you know, the dwarf from Lord of the Rings. What's his name? I can't remember. You know what I mean? And then we had Minion Lee, who's like Legolas. I mean, he had characters almost like one-to-one mapped. It was pretty sad. But it's still a really, really, Source Generic was a really, really good book. I don't remember Raymond E. Feist, no. I thought my inventory would be full, but it's not. It's getting so close. Yeah, there's so many books, and I've actually right behind me are a couple bookshelves, like right behind my desk, my office desk here, and I've probably got about 15 books, fantasy books on those shelves that I haven't read, that I've bought that still haven't read because I just have so many, you know. So this stream has been going on for about an hour and 57 minutes, and I was right about halfway. So we've done about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so about 6 bars in 2 hours, which is very slow. But we also have made ourselves a pretty good amount of money. We've gotten a lot of solid stone, actually. Hey, kitty. Sure. Right now, again, you know, I'll precurse this all by saying this is not meant to be a fast leveling build. This is meant to just be a build that's a fun build. It makes you very tanky. And when you get to around 45, then you can start doing a lot of AoE. But my talents right now, I always rush Consecrate. So which, you know, so you're gonna go Divine Strength 5 of 5. We're gonna 5 of 5 improve Seal of Righteousness. Grab Consecrate. Then you go into Protection. You grab 5 of 5 Redoubt. Definitely grab 3 of 3 Position next. Then you're gonna grab 2 of Toughness. And then you're gonna go right into Shield Specialization. Grab 3 of 3. And then we're gonna jump back up and start finishing out Toughness. And here it's where it gets a little interesting. Like for me, I probably should have only put 2 into Anticipation, but only because I'm tanking. Am I putting points into Improve Righteous Fury because I want to tank Zulfuric and SM. But so when I'm leveling, if I'm going to be doing any tanking, obviously I'm going to put points into Improve Righteous Fury. I'll probably do 3 of 3 here. Then I'm going, but first, when I hit my next level, which is 41, I will be grabbing Blessing Sanctuary. And then I'm going to go back and it's just tough. It depends on what you're going to tank. Like, let's say I'm focusing more on tanking at 45. Like, 1 point in here is good enough for SM, I'm sure. If I'm going to tank at 45, that gives me 5 more points. So let's go Sanctuary, maybe, you know, 2 into Reckoning, 1 into Improve Righteous Fury, Then we'll come back. We'll finish out Reckoning. We're going to go 5 of 5 on one-handed weapon specialization. We're going to grab Holy Shield. Then we're going to go into Ret. We're going to go 5 of 5 on Benediction. And I think we'll only have 1 talent point left. And we'll grab Deflection here. Oh, there's what we're looking for. Inventory full. Woohoo! Well, it only took us an hour and 2 hours. Although I was mucking around on my banker for probably 20 minutes. So let's say an hour and 40 minutes. And Kitty, I'll link you. I'll link you my. I've got a couple different builds. Let's see, vanilla. Oh wow. Get wisdom up, damn it. So I'm gonna link you first what I consider my end game farming build. Although I'm not sure about Reckoning yet, but I think Reckoning will probably be the way to go. Yeah, I'm just putting this together real quick. Yeah, no problem, Kitty. So this will be the, that'll be, and then the endgame tanking build is, Mountain Dew. Oh, no way, really? Is there anything? Oh, here, we can get rid of this last rock scale cod. Let's get rid of that. Trying to fill my bag up as much as I can for monetary purposes. We can get rid of this. Maybe not. I guess we'll hold on to it for now. What's up, Neon? I'm just grinding some elementals for some much needed money. We're trying to get to level 40. 41 too. That's cool. Level 13. Keep the drive alive, man. Just keep going. You'll get there. Yeah, there's a lot of different builds I want to play around with, and I think, like I said, one of the things I would like to do is create another paladin, maybe at least one, maybe two. Eventually, I'd like to have 2 more paladins, and just level them up different ways and kind of see how that works. You know, see what works best for different types. I mean, there's going to obviously is the focus leveling speed, is the focus tanking. I mean, there's different things you can focus on when you're leveling. You don't have to just focus. I rarely focus on leveling speed. I think the journey is most of the fun of vanilla WoW. So I focus a lot on just having fun and doing different things and trying to do quests I've never done before. finding zones that I've never found, or finding areas of the maps I've never explored before. I like doing all that kind of stuff. I'm an explorer at heart, let's put it that way. Yeah, Prodigy's pretty good. Yeah, I love the druid. Like, I love druids. I mean, Paladin's my favorite, I think, in Classic and Vanilla, but, you know, Priest, Druid, Hunter, I like all this a lot. Druid's really fun because, obviously, Druid's so flexible. Like a Paladin, I mean, you can heal, you can tank, you can DPS, and Feral Druid's one of the faster leveling, you know, classes, just because, you know, you've got, you know, you move faster in cat form, you got traveler form, you don't have a lot of downtime. You can kill like three or four mobs where you have to like pop out and just do like one healing touch, then shapeshift back into kitty form and kill 3 or 4 more mobs. I mean, so you don't have a lot of downtime. So well, spoilers. Which one are you watching? Are you watching my Paladin leveling from 0 to 60? Dude, that series is... That's a pretty long series. What is that, like 77 videos or something? But it was fun. I had a blast. And you'll find that from the beginning of that... if you look at some of my old leveling series, like the Protection Paladin ones, you'll see in the beginning I had no idea what I was doing. It was the first time I'd ever played a Protection Paladin in Vanilla WoW. So I was learning as I was leveling. And so I constantly am changing. I might start out... So I start off using Seal of Crusader. I'm like, oh, Crusader's better than Righteous. But on the private servers, it was kind of bugged. And even on the original Vanilla, original World of Warcraft back 2004, Crusader wasn't really working correctly as they intended it. So you were still doing... you're supposed to do less damage but attack faster. But what was happening is you were still doing quite a bit of damage. It wasn't really what they intended. But Righteous does more damage than Crusader. Yeah, I mean, you can judge a target with Crusader and then hit it with Righteous if you really want to. Actually, that's something haven't been doing here because I've just been doing light. But we could, when you're a little bit higher level, you just want to down the mob quickly, you would judge with Crusader, obviously. That's going to get you more threat, too, as well, if you're tanking, like, in an instance. No, you're doing the Druid. Yeah, I never finished. The only ones I finished all the way to 60 was the Paladin. I think I got my Druids up to around like 40, and you know. Let's judge this guy with Crusader, right? And then we'll throw up Righteous. And let's see how much damage I do now. There, 138 on a white crit. But with, you know, obviously with Crusader on the target, I'm going to be doing, you know, holy damage is increased by 20. Just like if I judge him, 129 damage, not bad. Parry. Actually, let's do Crusader again. You may have victory each time. Don't want to watch this whole series playing ways. That's funny. Yeah. I can tell you what, a couple times in those videos, I'm falling asleep. There's been lots of times when I'm actually recording these videos where I actually fall asleep because I'm like, I'll play like 8 hours in a row on Saturday and I'm like nodding off, and you'll watch me like killing a mob and all of a sudden the mob dies and I'm just standing there, and it's because I literally fell asleep. All right, let's go back to town. I think we've filled up the bags, I think, enough. I still could have got 3 more jagged pieces of stone, but that's okay. Well, we'll kill this one. Yeah, I try not to scream or yell or be. I try to just be myself. You know, you see people like, you know, I know Asmongold or so the other people that stream, and you can tell they're kind of putting on this persona. You're trying to act maybe like, you know, I mean, I try to just be myself. And of course, he doesn't give me anything. All right, back to camp. Read some books. Back to refugee point. So keep an eye on our gold here, right? We got 17.85 gold. Let's see what we have when we turn in all the, you know, all these gray stones. Now I could sell, you know, the greens, but most of these are pretty decent items, so they actually might sell in the auction house. So I'll probably try to sell those in the auction. Although the level 35 male is that's not really going to be that good. And the vendor I was telling you guys about is right here. See, now he's only got 2 greater healing potions, but a lot of times he has the mana ones too, and I like it when he's got the mana ones. This time he did not. All right, 17.75 gold. Oops. So 17.75. So we made a little bit over 4 gold. You know, it's not great. And of course, if I would have gotten more drops, and we can't really, we may still have made more just based on these green items if we choose to sell. If I sell these at the auction house, you know, and this doesn't count that I got 20 elemental earth. Now remember, when NQ40 comes out, these are going to sell anywhere from 4 to 10 gold each. You know, let's say if they were 10 gold each, that you'd be looking at 200 gold right here. Of course, AQ40's got a long ways to go before it comes out. So, but yeah, it's a nice little place, and you know, like I said, these solid stone I need. You know, I need that for my profession. So let's go ahead and. Oh wait, actually, let's go do this quest over here. What was it? It's time for caffeine injected to inject me with sleep. Yeah, Asmongold. I never really watched Asmongold that much. I don't really. I think the guy's a douchebag. I mean, he's total white trash. And when he shows those videos of him with like 20 drinks, if you go back and look at some of his first videos, it's disgusting. The guy is like living in a room with just food and soda just everywhere. Oh, it's just really gross. I'm like, dude, throw your trash away, please. And he's like, talks about it like it's some sort of an achievement to have like 20 big gulp containers sitting there with mold growing in them. I'm just like, really, dude? It's disgusting. You know that's really bad for your health. I mean, to have that mold growing in those plastic cups, you breathe that in the air. It's actually really unhealthy. But yeah, and he's just, yeah, I don't really like him too much. And plus, he changes he'll say one thing, and then like a couple weeks later, he'll contradict himself. You know, and I totally agree with that video where they were saying it's a bullshit that Asmon's like, oh yeah, I can't wait for them to put up Vanilla WoW, and I'm gonna work my ass off, and I'm gonna level, and I'm gonna do it all on my own, and all this stuff, and I can't wait. It's gonna be so much fun. And then as soon as he gets in, he's asking people to give him gold. He actually goes to town when he hits 40, and actually gets like 30 or 40 gold from other people, other players, and he just can you please, yeah, come trade me in Stormwind. I would never do that. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not gonna ask you people for gold ever. I would never do that. You know, I mean, you saw me. I just farmed these elementals for 2 hours, almost 2 hours, killing those guys just so I could make like 4 or 5 gold. You know, but that's because that's what the game's. You know, I like to make my own way. I like to do things on my own. I like to be self-sufficient. I don't like to rely on other people. Yeah, hey Kitty. Yeah, that was kind of one of the points is selling the Those stones sell for a good amount of money. So I'd say I was there for about an hour and 40 minutes, and I was talking, in the stream a lot, so it wasn't like I was being super efficient. If you noticed, a lot of times I didn't have my, wisdom. I was letting blessing drop off a lot. But yeah, and you can't take into, you can't forget all this other stuff I got, right? So let's put down here all the other things I got while I was doing that in 2 hours, right? Okay, see this bag here on the bottom left? This too. Everything in this bag I got. So if these, when AQ40 comes out, here's 22 elemental earth. That could equate to anywhere from like 100 to like 220 gold when AQ40 comes out. So that's like a long-term investment. You grab those and you just hold on to them. But some of these other things too, if I wanted to make money, I could sell these. A stack of 20 solid stone sells for a lot, always. It will sell for a lot right now. It will sell for a lot all the way to the end. For 2 years out, that'll still sell well. So solid stone's always a good money maker. Now the deep rock salt isn't going to sell for a whole lot, but here's 70 silver worth of it. I could just vendor it. Nah, Lux. No. I was saying I would never ask people for gold. I've had people send me gold. I've had people watch my stream and actually send me gold in the mail. And I got to admit, I didn't send it back because it wasn't a lot. They sent me hey, here, I love your stream. Here's, a couple gold. And I'm like, I always just send them a letter back and say, wow, thanks. I really appreciate it because I do. And I wouldn't send that back if it's a small amount. Now, if someone sent me I don't know. If someone sent me an obscene amount of gold, I don't know what I would do. I'd probably send it back. If someone sent me 100 gold, I probably would be like, nah. If I knew him, if it was a friend of mine who was like, hey, I farmed over here some gold. If it was my friend in the game, if it was just some stranger sending me a lot of gold, I'd have a hard time taking all that. But I have had people that I talk to who are on my stream a lot, and the same people, and who I talk to a lot, and they'll be like, hey, I sent you some gold, and actually, that's pretty cool. I'm like, oh, that's nice, because they're people I talk to a lot, and they like, oh, I love your stream, I appreciate your stream, you've given me a lot of advice and tips. Here's 2 gold, and it's hard to turn that down because I feel like it's almost like you're insulting someone at that point if you turn that down. But I would never ask for gold. I would never say, hey, can you, give me some gold. Ooh, where's my macro? Okay, see this down here? This is on my D key. We're targeting the mob who has this rare trinket. This prince guy. If he's up, I'm gonna shit myself. I've actually never seen him. I know he's here, but every time I come here, he's not here. So I've never been able to even see the guy. Man, I ain't saying you shit. I'm from the UK. I hit subscribe and like on a vid. That's worth, yeah. It is probably worth, it's worth more than a gold, probably. But anyways, there is a rare prince dude around here somewhere. But look at all the people though. There's quite a few people here, so there's no way that this guy's here. Yeah, Kitty, Elder Scrolls does. Yeah, the OST is really good. Here, I've got a playlist that I created, and I will share it with you right now. And it's just what I've been using lately. But it's pretty much almost all of it's Skyrim stuff. Skyrim, Elder Scrolls. Yeah, that's the playlist that I've been using lately when I start streaming. So just click that link and check out that playlist. It's pretty good. But I love Skyrim music when I'm playing. Wow, it's just great. Ooh, I'm now friendly with Booty Bay. Okay, here we go. This is bad. It seems the dagger spines are amassing an attack. Then I'll be coming from the sea. I need you to remain here with me and fend them off. Oh my god. Man the cannon and drive them back. Oh. Oh, that's not bad. 10 stamina, 2 agility, 2 strength. I would definitely take that over my Ring of the Owl. I've never done this quest before, so I'm a little nervous. Actually, one of my, I think one of my guildmates told me that this is actually not that easy, and I've never done it. Let me see where this cannon's even at. He says man the cannon. It can't be that difficult if I'm manning a cannon. Where is this? Where is it said cannon? This cannon's up here. Yeah, see, I don't know which cannon he's talking about. I'm going to see if anybody in the stream's ever done this quest. Carmenella for 10 hours. Hey, wait a minute. Kitty subscribed. Thank you, Kitty. I appreciate that. I really do. I'm getting so close to 1,000, guys. And if you go to Social Blade, I mean, it estimates that once I hit 1,000, I'll make anywhere from like maybe $30 a month, $50 a month to like $300 a month just on the amount of views I get on my videos. I mean, it'd be nice to get an extra $100 a month. Who wouldn't like an extra $100 a month just from playing a video game, right? It's pretty cool. Yeah. But yeah, there's a lot of good tracks in that playlist, I think. A lot of the ones that I tend to play quite a bit. Like this is the Skyrim Dawn. This list here is pretty good. I'll switch. This one I like quite a bit. Anyways, it seems like you guys don't know this quest, so I am going to have to just give it a go. Let's read it again. He says, "The night will be coming from the sea. I need you to remain up here with me to fend off the attack. Man the cannon and drive them back." Yeah, but which cannon? Okay, all hands battle stations. Which cannon is he talking about? Is there a cannon here? I'm a little lost to this whole cannon part. Let me check the ship again real quick, because I know there are cannons on the ship, but... Oh, here it is. Here we go. Yes! I figured if it was any cannon, it would be this one. Oh. Okay, so I just shoot it then. I guess I don't aim it? This quest is weird. Hey, see you. Hey, look soon. Have a good one, man. Oh, wait. I missed. Well, no, I didn't miss. I think I got that one. Oh, maybe this quest isn't that difficult. Oh, don't fire. Don't fire. Oh, I fired by accident there. Did I lose the quest? Did I lose it already? Let's see, where is it? Ah, no. Oh my god, okay, yeah, so this quest is easy. I think my friend who said this quest was kind of hard, he's like, maybe you could do it if you AoE him. I don't think he read the quest and realized that you could just shoot him with the cannon. You know what I mean? I don't think he realized you could just take him out with a cannon, so... Hopefully this is all there is to it. Defend Sheikh Sobreen. Is Naga coming? Oh shit. I tossed my shot too soon. Oh no. Oh yeah, that quest is easy. So my friend definitely screwed it up. He was saying I'd have to like AoE him. He obviously did not use the cannon. So this quest is actually really easy. The best part, now that this quest was not hard, this quest was not easy in the beginning though. I had to go out and swim in that freaking water, and that's why I have all these elixir water breathings. Because good luck trying to kill all those Naga under the water without them. You'll drown. We definitely want the Seafire Band here. Look at that. Now that's a good XP right there. 4,650. That's actually really good. We're going to get rid of this Intellect Spirit, which kind of sucks. We're going to lose... But, oh my god, 10 stamina. Oh, yes, Morpheus. Yes, Morpheus. Alright. So we're getting close. We're almost level 41. So let's take a look. I do need to do these. Let's take a look at the map. And we can definitely go to Booty Bay and turn in... We only have one quest that's done. There. But let's head down to Booty Bay and we'll see what we can do to finish up and get to 41. Let's do it the first time. Oh wait, I can fly there. What quest is this? I thought I did all these quests here. What does this guy want? Through the dangerous dungeon. What is this? Supplies for Netherguard. Oh yeah, let's do this one. I like Netherguard. Netherguard's cool. I actually think I have a couple quests to turn in, don't I? Well, I have a quest to get some stuff. Alright, let's go to Netherguard and then just open it up. Netherguard's always fun. I like this this part of the map. It's kind of neat. Like the first time you actually ever go here back in 2004 was kind of a fun experience. You know, like, oh, what is it? Dust Whisper Gorge? Is that what it's called? We'll find out. I am G Miracle. I have a question. I was watching your AoE Paladin guide and was wondering how you move around if you have abilities bound to A. Oh, okay. Control A was a buff. Oh, yeah. I use Q and E. So this is me holding the Q key down and E. So if you look at my key bindings, you're seeing Q, strafe left Q, strafe right E. S is sit, move, but a lot of times I bind that to something else. So I don't ever go backwards. So yeah, actually it's funny. I don't even have anything bound to A and D currently, which is really funny because on any other class I would already have those bound. Those are like my most commonly used, buttons. For like my rogue, A and D would be like A would be like backstab, D would be like a finisher like eviscerate or recuperate or some kind of a finisher. And my thumb button, mouse button 3 is always my attack, my auto attack. So hey, no problem, IMG. Thank you for the sub. I really appreciate it. I'm getting so close to 1,000 I can taste it, I'm getting kind of excited, because I've been trying to get there for a while now, it seems like. I've never gone this way. I've never gone over here. What? Like I said, I've never gone here. Where I'm going right now, I've never been to before, ever. I played this game since 2004. One of the things that I was really excited about with Classic coming out was doing just that, going to places in the map that I'd never gone to before. Even like looking at the map here, it looks like there's a path. It almost looks like there's a path through here, but I can't get to it. I'm a big fan of mountain climbing, like in the game here, like trying to climb over mountains and get to places that other people wouldn't even think to try to get to. Swamp of Sorrows, yes. So I basically killed, I was about 2 bars in this morning when I woke up. I killed Earth Elementals the entire level, almost this entire level. The only thing I did was like 2 quests. Other than that, all I did was kill Earth Elementals. Wow, the mobs are only 36 there. Approaching wildlife. I do not have a 12-button mouse, IMG. I'm using a regular old G300 Logitech mouse, which just has, you know, obviously like the 5-button mouse. So if you look at my key bindings here, what I'll do is like, if you look at, like you see my judgment is here. For some reason, it always shows a question mark sometimes, even though the macro, here, I'll show you. If I click someone, it shows the icon. So judgment is mouse button 5, so which is really just my thumb, furthest button on my thumb, right? And like hammer justice is just middle mouse click. So what I do is I use a lot of I use a lot of modifiers, like Shift A, you know, Seal of Wisdom. You know, Shift D right now is not bound to anything. Like right there, I just cleanse poison by doing mouse wheel down. If I want to cleanse poison off someone else, I do Shift mouse wheel down. You know, and of course my heals are 3 and 4, consecrates 2. If you look across on my bars on the right here, I have stuff like, you know, buffs, like are my numpad keys, numpad 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I do stuff like here, like Seal Lights, Control D. You know, if I want to throw up Devotion Auras, Control A. You know, if I want to throw Red Aura up, check this out. It's numpad 7, which is kind of an odd bind, but yeah, I use a lot of modifiers. I'm not a big fan of mice that have 1,000 buttons on them or a lot of buttons, because I just don't feel like I really need it. I've never had any problem just using Shift. So like A, Shift A, Control A. I can use, there's 3 keybinds right there. You know, D, Shift D, Control D. You know, and then I do 3, Shift 3, 4, Shift 4. And then don't forget that in World of Warcraft you use mouse wheel. So I do mouse wheel down, Shift mouse wheel down, Control mouse wheel down. So just on my mouse wheel button, I can do 6 keybinds. So I really don't need a, how do I hit thumb bad? I do take my hand off, but most of the stuff over there is just simple things like, you know, just like rebuffing myself. There are a few like healing potions and stuff, but I mean, I'm so used to using it that I can do it very quickly. Plus, I'm so used to my character, I kind of know. You know, I can see when the damage is coming in. I know when to prepare and be ready to pop a healing pot if I have to. But yeah, I take my right hand off the mouse and just, you know, really, so we have just, you know, throw Blessing of Might on me, Blessing of Wisdom, you know, mana, heals, and then the other things are just, you know, just drink, you know, drink water, eat food, stuff like that. You know, Shift X is, you know, is Exorcism. Shift E, Sense Undead. Numpad 9 is Cast Resurrection. Control R, you know, Bandage. Control middle mouse click, Righteous Fury. Control mouse wheel up, Divine Protection. You know, Z key is my highest level, Consecrate. 2 is my lowest. And then I use these other buttons like Shift D, Shift R, and Shift C for other types of... Since I'm an engineer, I use those typically for a lot of, like, you know, like here you can see drop target dummy, dynamite, explosives, stuff like that. C, Hand of Freedom. Actually, let me take a look at that Hand of Freedom. It's a mouse over again. The one thing I haven't fixed is in Vanilla WoW, I always had my macros set up on one key. So I'd have one key that says if I'm holding down the Shift key, you know, cast heal on whoever I have targeted. If I'm not holding down the Shift key, always cast it on myself. I haven't set that up quite right yet on in Classic because the Classic macro system is different. But I'll figure that out. I just really haven't needed to. But once I start doing groups, I'm going to have to flesh out some of my macros a little bit better just to make it easier. Well, that's pretty good. 2,900. That almost got me to level 41. Let's go ahead and see if there's a guy in here that can repair my gear. Yep, 67 silver to repair. Ouch. That was a pretty high amount. We can sell this old ring. I mean, I don't think this... I'm really not sure who's going to use this home. 37 silver isn't a lot. Probably better just to disenchant some of these items. In the long run, disenchanting those will be better for my priest. You're trying to roll a Paladin, came across my AoE vid. Oh, you liked it? I'm glad you liked the video. I'm glad you liked it. Watch out for the elite ogres. I don't have the biggest hands, but I don't have any problems reaching shift and control with my pinky. I just don't. I think it's because I've done it for so long. You know, like Control D is really easy for me. You know, Shift D, Shift R, Shift C. You know, I don't really have any problem. I mean, there I'm just swapping between all my different keys without any issues. I don't know what level these mobs are. Let's take a quick peek. So I think you can certainly use those keybinds if you just get used to it. I mean, I play guitar, so my left hand is very stretched out anyway because it's the hand I fret. You know, I fret the strings with my left hand, so my hand's already very, very stretched out from playing guitar. So that probably actually really helps me with those keybinds. Okay, level 48. Yeah, that's a no-go. We don't want to be killing those guys. Oh, we didn't get the flight. That reminds me, we didn't get the flight master. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. Because we'll fly down to Booty Bay. We got a quest there. We'll turn that in. That'll hit us to 41. That's pretty good though. I leveled all the way to 40, almost primarily just killing earth elementals. And I only had about 16, around 16 gold. So I got about 7 gold just killing the earth elementals probably today. That's not too bad. It's not. I mean, that's about 4 hours. Not the best way to make money, but if I sold all of the green items, you know, in the auction house and stuff, I'd actually make quite a bit more money. So, I don't have any problem with control. Well, my keyboard's kind of, I angle it slightly, like very slightly. Like the left side of my keyboard is tilted up a little bit higher than the right, and so my hand actually. Well, you can't see it. I wish I could take a picture of it and show you, but kind of my hand is not, you know what I mean? It's not, it's not really angled the way, you know, like here, let's see if I can get a picture of it real quick and you can jump in my Discord. So like, let's see. It's like Control D. Here, let me unplug this phone. Let me get in flight while I do a picture. So, like, here's what my hand looks like doing control. There we go. And I will send this to my Discord server. All right, now I got to go back to Discord. I'm going to put a temporary Discord link in the stream, and you guys can jump in. You only have permissions to the general chat channel, but you'll be able to see the screenshot I just took of my hand. You can kind of see what it looks like. There you go. Yeah, go to that. Yeah, go to that link for the Discord. And you should see, you know, and then go to the general chat channel. And you'll see how my left pinky's on. And you'll see how my keyboard's kind of angled slightly. And right there, I'm hitting Control R. So like my index finger's on the R key and my left pinky's on the control. But you can see how the keyboard's angled just a little bit, like the rest of the keyboard's tilted up a little bit. Finally back. And is Soul Cube. So IMG, are you Soul Cube? There you go. See that hand? But yeah, you can see like how like you see the top left corner of the keyboard is tilted a little bit higher, so my keyboard is angled slightly. And the reason I do that is so that my hand is in a better position. My wrist is still straight. And it gives me an easier way to use the control key. Yeah, that's pretty funny, isn't it? But yeah, I'm very used to doing that. I do it without even thinking about it. I probably should buy some bigger bags. I think I've got all... Yeah, I do have all 12 slots. I need to start upgrading to 14s, but they're probably too expensive. I'm not sure how much they are, but they're probably not. Probably too expensive. You bind everything to your 12-button mouse. Yeah, I know a lot of people have those mice. I'm since I'm older, you know, I'm 49 years old, and I've been doing FPS games since I was, you know, going all the way back. And then I've just been playing video games on the computer for so long that I'm really used to using keybinds on a keyboard. And yeah, I mean, I was playing Unreal Tournament with a ball mouse, you know. So we didn't have like buttons we didn't have mice with all those buttons, you know. We had 2 buttons, maybe 2 buttons and a scroll, I guess. Let's see, where is this guy? Here we go. This should get me to, hopefully, to... Boom. Boom! Level 41! Woohoo! Okay, my father sent you. Pretty Boy Duncan. Wasn't really his fault. He ran off. If you need my dagger, you'll have to get it back from Pretty Boy Duncan. One of the Bloodsail Buccaneers puts something between his shoulders, and I'm sure he'll give it up. Get Caitlyn's dagger from Pretty Boy. Okay, so now, guys, look at this. This is an exciting moment right now, because now we have Blessing of Sanctuary. So that's cool. And now I'm going to go to I've got a screenshot of my Paladin at 60 to see what all my key bindings are and stuff, or all my layouts. So let's pull that up real quick. I think it's Shift A. Pretty sure it's not Shift A, but like Shift D. I think it's Shift D is the keybind, but I'm just going to double check real quick. And it is Shift D. I figured it was, so. There we go. Oh, it's just yummy having Blessing of Sanctuary. It's so sexy. It's very sexy. Yes, it's sexy. Yes, Morpheus. Yes, very sexy. Thank you, man. Yeah, oh yeah, I used to use ball mice. I was Unreal Tournament. I was so good in Unreal Tournament. I was like really like pretty much pro level. I could pick up the ball mouse, flick my wrist to flick the ball, and do a 180 perfect spin and headshot someone behind me with my sniper rifle with a flick of my wrist. And that's a lot of playing to get so much good control over a ball mouse. You know what I mean? It took a lot of practice. But anyways, let's see if we can, let's check my bank real quick. What time is it? It's only 11. Jeez, it's not even that late. Oh my god, my bank's still full of these bullshit pages. Okay, well, he needed the course, right? Do I have any course stone? I don't have any here. I think Bola said he needed 6 iron bars. Where's pretty boy Duncan? Yeah, it's right here. How much room do we have? We have room for 5 more quests. Speak with Stoli Steam Port. That's over towards Voodoo Doos. This is actually a pretty tough quest. I guess we can start doing some more of the Strengthhorn Vale quest. I hate that they're so spread out, but... Hinterlands. Yeah, we can do Zansil's Secret. That one's doable. Oh, I'm challenged with direction, guys. I'm like, ah. Okay, we'll grab this later when we actually are getting ready to go to Gaddison. Okay, we need that one. And, I think the Bloodsail Buccaneer is like 45, though. I think some of these quests are still too difficult. It's funny, you know, Strengthhorn Vale is actually it's pretty rough, man. Again, I'm walking around without my mount, but I can't mount quite yet. Nope, it does not. So like if I'm going, okay, well, like see there I'm going to the right and I'm doing shift Q. So yeah, I mean if I was going left, I wouldn't be able to use it. I can't go left and then shift Q. I would have to jump. And that's how you get around that, right? So I go left, jump. Right, so let's say I'm strafing left. I would just jump and then do it. See that? That's how you get around some of those keybinds. You know, it's like if I'm moving a certain direction and I want to be able to throw up Shift Q, which is Seal Crusader, which is a skill I don't really hardly ever use that much, I would just jump. You know, I would go jump, Shift Q, and just keep moving. You know, if I want to strafe left, I'd go left, Shift Q. See, and I'm still moving left. So that's all just getting used to, you know, your keys. One of the things in World of Warcraft that's cool is if you're moving forward and you jump, you keep going forward. In some games that doesn't happen. I think Guild Wars 2 is the one where if you're moving forward and you jump, you stop jumping forward and you jump straight up and down, which is really, really bad. That's actually really not... Because you want to be able to do this. You want to be able to jump and look behind you for PvP. And you also want to be able to kite mobs. Like, see here, if I judge this guy. Of course, he's a caster, so this isn't really going to work, but... No, my jump is spacebar. Why wouldn't my jump be spacebar? Did you say you assume it isn't? No, I use spacebar for jump. That's another thing though. I use shift spacebar for, right? So shift spacebar is righteousness. Now control spacebar currently isn't bound, but I will buy in control spacebar as well. You know, don't forget. I mean, there's so many good key bindings. Of course, like if you're not comfortable with the control key, then that can cause you some problems. You know. Did I really use Shift D? I'm kind of questioning that it was Shift D and not just plain old D. Yeah, I guess Shift D is... Oh, I need to fix that though. It's currently it's just, you know, it's not. Oh, you can't beat me. I'm too fast. He's really doing some damage to me. Look, I'm at 98% health, 100% health. The problem with that blessing is then you don't have wisdom up, you know what I mean? So that kind of sucks, right? I could have got that guy, but consecrate takes too long to tick. The other one should be right about here. Your ability is shift space, yeah. Yeah, shift space is a great keybind. It's super easy just to hit shift space. Sorry, this guy wanted Pretty Boy Duncan, but I'm a little bit too fast for you, buddy. Yeah, it's okay. I don't care. We'll get in the group, though. Yeah, I'm going to have to fix that. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this off, and we got Caitlin's Blade. What we're going to do now is we're going to put Blessing of Sanctuary on the D key, which is just, you know... We'll put Blessing of Sanctuary on the D key. Oh, we got a mage here. I want to get away from these guys so I can kind of fix my key binding here. Yeah, but we'll create another macro. You know, very similar to like this one here. And we're just gonna, it's just gonna be Blessing of Sanctuary. So it'll be sack. Let's just call it Sanctuary. Sanctuary. Too bad there's not an Ankh symbol in here. Is there an Ankh symbol in here? I don't think there is. And then it's just going to be Blessing. Sanctuary. Save. This will be shifty. Right. So now if I do shifty, you know, it's me, and if I just do D, I can cast Sanctuary on that person. So, but it sucks because you can only have it on... Wait a minute, why is it not working? Okay, that's totally not working. Weird. Oh. Somehow it got really royally screwed up. That is not correct. I just didn't get the spell. I must not hit the save button. Save. There we go. All right, what else do I need here? Just, I need Dizzy's, all that other fun stuff. Yeah, it sucks though, because when you have Blessing of Sanctuary up, right? I mean, it's great. You know, you mitigate more damage. You know, you're doing more damage, but you're not generating any mana. So it's really one of those things that I like to use early in a fight. Like if I'm pulling like 6, 7, 8, 9 mobs, I like to use Blessing right off the bat, because I'm doing more damage to them and I'm mitigating more damage. And then as I start to get low on mana, I have to swap out. You know, I've got to swap out and start using Wisdom. So let's kill a few mobs and just play around with this a little bit. Yeah. If you throw Consecrate on the ground, and remember, Consecrate's like a dot, so it ticks. So every tick, it's going to do damage. So the first time you throw it down, it takes a few seconds for that first tick. But yeah, if you throw Consecrate on the ground and the mob spawns on that area, and then that a tick of the damage will hit him, and he'll aggro to you. So yeah, it's a great way to just drop it somewhere in hopes of getting aggro, getting threat on a mob that you know is going to spawn in that area. So let's do this. We're going to throw this up, right? Let's see how much damage this guy does to me, right? So as you can see, I don't have Blessing of Wisdom up. I don't have Attribution Aura is not up, so that's bad. Let's put that back up. And let's just, let's see what kind of damage this guy's taking. He's taking 14 from Sanctuary, 17 from Ret Aura. And you can see I'm basically, my health is not going down at all. Okay, so this is a level 1. This is a mob that's basically almost the same level as me. So I could easily be hitting like 6 of these guys, and I'd be totally fine. And then you can test this stuff out. It's, if you're hitting one mob and your health never drops below like 98%, then you can do 4 or 5 of those of that type. And that's good. Yeah, that's very good. And then now, and of course, once we get, there's just so many other things to get for your Paladin to help out, And don't forget, you can weapon swap, and we'll have to create the weapon swap macros. And I haven't done that in Classic yet, so that's going to be interesting. I'm not sure the syntax on that. We'll have to play around with that. How does, he's only with 39. Okay. Yeah, I mean, the AoE is all about reflecting damage back and also doing AoE damage in different ways. Like obviously my Consecrate does damage. I have a spike on my shield, so every time I'm blocking, my Iron Spike's hitting them for damage, right? Now casters are going to be a real pain. Casters, they tear me up. So I remember Succubus minion here is a demon, so we can go ahead and and hit her with that. Usually I'll take out the demon first. It's pretty quick. And we'll switch to this one. Okay, but yeah, I'm going to lose a lot of mana just because I'm going up against, and even against a caster, you probably would go with Wisdom. But you can see how quickly I just blow through all my mana on just two mobs, Now if it was melee mobs, it's totally different. We'll see if we can get in a group over here. What do we got here? Rogue. Does he want help? Yeah, sure. He'll take some help. Alright. It's always fun to see that vendor over here. And there should be, I don't know if I have the quest yet to get the design. I should. Yeah, I do. Good. Episode 11. Paladin. Dude, I've got a lot of Paladin videos on my channel, and like I said, keep in mind some of the earlier ones from like a year or 2 years ago. What I was doing in them was incorrect because I was still learning. Do I still need it? So you have to be, as you watch all the videos, you'll see as I'm learning the game and I'm getting better and better. There's actually something here I need to get, but I don't see it. I might not have that quest yet. Oh shit, he's over here killing stuff. You mean that my mana health, like this one? That's called Z Pearl. Z Pearl unit frames. Like we could go. Actually, I think I like that one better than the one I had. What was the one I had? Yeah, I don't like this one because it goes. See how it fades to dark on the right, and when your health gets, I don't like that one. I actually like the other one better. What was it? Is it Skyline? Yeah, I like. Let's try that one for. Actually, no, it doesn't look as good. I take it back. And solid looks just god awful ugly. Try that one for a little while. The font looks a little bit blurry because it's so bright. Oh, what's fun is if you're on a PvP server, the amount of PvP that would be going right now would be hilarious. The Boomerang Relic from Ungor to get a range attack. Neon, never heard of that relic, but I obviously need a range attack. What I use the 6 demon bag for one of my range attacks, but if it's good, depending on the damage of it and like what it actually does, there would be a good chance that yes, I would like to have that. And no problem, Miracle. I don't know why my name's showing up as red. I don't like that, though, how my name is red. I don't know why it's red, so that's something I want to look into and see if I can change it. I'd rather have it be class colors and have that be pink. Where's he at? He's back over here. Should be under global. Where's class colors? Is it even here? I don't see it. He killed a couple over here that I didn't even see. Oh, shit. This is gonna be a little tricky. Oh, yeah. I don't want to have to lay on hands here. These casters do so much damage to me. Damn it. I had to lay on. I did not want to lay on hands there, but I didn't have a choice. Casters just really melt you. It's really unfortunate. Yeah, Neon, I definitely It's from Ungor Crater. Is it a quest reward, Neon? So it's a quest reward from, you mean from the flight path area in Ungoro, right? Because, yeah, I mean, I definitely will get it. Like I said, I use the 6 demon bag, which I'd say about 6 times out of every 10 when I use it, I'm going to get like a range. The only bad time is sometimes if I use it, it turns me into a sheep or it turns my target into a sheep. It's basically Frostbolt, Fireball, Sheep, Cyclone, or Summon a Fell Hunter, you know. So a more predictable AoE pull, or long, range pull would be better. And of course, I can use dynamite. I'm an engineer, so a lot of times I just pull with dynamite. And I can pull with an AoE dynamite, or I can pull with just a regular explosive, like a stun one, a concussive, or most times I wouldn't. I'll just throw like a big old bomb out there that does a lot of damage to give me initial threat. Yeah, I'll check that out. Thank you. Thank you for the tip. That's probably the number one reason why I upload these videos and stream these videos is for that stuff, for people giving me advice, because that's the stuff that really helps me, to learn stuff I didn't know, There's so much to, wow. Let's check. I really am, let's see, now it's, oh, it must be when I'm in combat. See how it says Faith is in pink? So apparently when I'm in combat it goes red. Okay, that's, I guess it's kind of helpful, Unfortunately, I like Banto Bar. I just don't like how it fades. That's just way too bright. But, alright, we'll leave it that way for now. You have 0 advice. Yeah, I mean, you'd be surprised. Like, I learn stuff every single day, and that's why streaming is such a great thing. If you want to learn, any MMO, but if you want to learn WoW, just stream it, man. People will come in and give you great advice. Ken comes in here all the time, and he's like, dude, don't forget, or even just silly things like, oh, don't forget to check the auction house for plate gear. Because when you're like 36, 37, you need to start looking for plate gear that's like maybe a really good buy. So when you hit 40, you can just, boom, I've already got all this plate gear I bought. Plate gear is expensive. Like the people know that when you hit 40, you want the plate gear. So the level 40 plate gear, people list pretty high prices. Quite a few Green Hills of Stranglethorn. I was trying to say Thranglethorn. Green Hills of Thranglethorn. It's dangerous to go alone. All right, Neon, I'll definitely check that out. That's a good tip. Dangerous to go alone. Let me open up Notepad and write this down. Because if I don't, I'll forget it tomorrow. Notepad. Dangerous to go alone quest for ranged wep for Paladin. I also need to do the robot quest in Teneris for the 2% block shield. Alright. Oops. Wow, there's not a lot of stuff in there. Oh, there's Dizzy's eye. Nice. Let's see. It's empty. MT means mistel. So all we need is 5 more of the swashbucklers. And actually, we could get those over here on the ship, but I guess he doesn't. If he wants to come over. If you want to swim over, we could just get over there. It's a little more dangerous, but it's still doable. Let's do it. It's just, you know, it's a little more difficult with 2 of us. It shouldn't be any problem. Lincoln's Boomerang. Oh, it has a 3-minute CD, but that's not bad because, I mean, I'm pretty sure that my, you know, the 6 Demon Bag has a pretty long CD too. I mean, it's like maybe 3 minutes as well. But if I'm tanking, I will definitely be having the Uther's Strength trinkets. I'm assuming it's the boomerang's a trinket. So, I'm assuming that's what it is. There should be some swashbucklers over here, I hope. I hope I'm not lying. Yeah, you can see here, see? Well, we'll get the stuff off these guys at least. I thought they were here, though, the bucklers. This guy loves to jump. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm not seeing swashbucklers, so. Can't really use my my consecration here. I don't think it would aggro anybody else, but I don't want to take the chance. Yeah, these are swabbies, so yeah, this is not going to work. I thought there were bucklers over here, but I guess not. Out of mana, out of mana. Lincoln's sword looks pretty cool. Which one's... Is that like so you can get the boomerang or the sword? Is that like the option there? Take a screenshot of that. And let's paint. I'm gonna log off pretty soon. I'm getting pretty tired. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna log off right away, but I'm gonna go to check the auction house because I need to get some more plate, and then Yeah, we're getting up there. I mean, I would imagine the next talent point I'm going to use is probably going to go into Righteous Fury. I have no idea where this guy went. We'll go into Righteous Fury. I don't want to go down there if he's not down there. Oh, he is. Good. This guy loves jumping. Yeah, we'll do. Next level, we'll hit Righteous Fury, and after that, we're going to go straight into Reckoning. The Reckoning. I think we should do Reckoning first. Do like a couple points of Reckoning. And then maybe grab, and at like level 45 or something, maybe we'll grab one more Righteous Fury. I don't know. I think we should grab the Righteous Fury first, just because I know I'm going to be tanking probably tomorrow in Scarlet Monastery. Star Drizzle. No, he didn't get him. That sucks. I'm gonna try to. There are swashbucklers at the beach, so let's go see if there's any over here. Yeah, I always have a macro for attack. Always. That's the old videos. That's on Miracle. That's on the private servers. So basically, what it is like on the private servers, the way the macro system worked is you would drag your attack thing to slot. This is slot 37, and then in the macro, it would say if not is active, like slot 37, then make it active. Or basically saying if I'm not auto attacking, then auto attack. So. But that's not going to be valid in Classic. That was valid in vanilla servers, but not Classic. So in Classic, I have the same macro here for on my thumb button, but it's just basically slash start attack. That's all that is. You know. Like if you look at that macro, it's just see, just slash start attack. Yeah, it's better. It's better to have the reason you have that attack macro is because it's in the old vanilla WoW. It was saying because see in here, like if I click a target here, like right here, and I hit the thumb button, it puts me into attack mode. Notice if I click thumb button again, it doesn't take me out of attack mode. But in vanilla World of Warcraft on those private servers, it did. So you had to create a macro that says if not is current action, make current action. So you had to have like a little if statement. You had to add a little code in there into this little script in there to make sure that if I spam that button, it doesn't take me out of, it doesn't stop my auto attack. That's why it was set up that way on the private vanilla servers. But on this server, if I, like I said, if I hit thumb, it turns on auto attack. But if I hit thumb again, it does not turn it off. So I don't need to have that kind of macro. So. It's the first greater mana potion I've gotten in the entire game. Yeah, so be careful. Don't take those macros off of those old videos. Don't use those macros because that was for the private vanilla servers, which used a different type. That used the old World of Warcraft client from 2004. This is a completely different game client, so you're going to be using macros that look more like what I've got in in here for heals and stuff. Yeah, this type of stuff. There actually is swashbucklers over here too. Let's take a look. Just looks like they're all dead. These are all dead. Oh, okay, yeah. Well, I definitely want the boomerang. Oh, to get the sword or the offhand? Well, I'll get the sword. I mean, if it's a good sword, because you know I use one-hand swords. If it's a one-hander. Let's put up Sanctuary and see how much damage this guy does against me. I'm at 95% health, 91. Keep in mind, he's 2 levels above me. 89. I'm just not doing any special abilities. I'm just auto-attacking to see. This is kind of how you test, you know, what you can handle. So just looking at this, I would say I could probably take on 3 of these swashbucklers at once, but that would be, you know, I'd be taking a pretty significant amount of damage. Now if I go this route and throw Wisdom back up, hammer him, he's going to go down pretty fast. Yeah, one-hander. Cool. I'll check out that quest in the reward items here pretty soon. Because I am going to get offline and go to bed here in a bit. In about, I don't know, pretty soon. Tempted to sell. Which item was I tempted to sell? I think it was this one. 8 agility, it's down. Why do you have Holy Bound to 3 and Shift 3? Why do you need 2? That is because I just haven't figured out how in this macro system you have to create as one macro. Like, so Flashlight is I just hit 4, right? No matter who I have targeted, Flashlight is going to cast it on me, right? It's going to cast it on me, even though it won't lose my target. But if I want to cast it on my party member here, I would have to do Shift 4. That's just because I haven't figured out how on the one macro to say, you know, to say basically if I hold down Shift key, cast it on me. If I don't hold down Shift key, cast it on, you know, the other guy. So that's something I have to fix, and I will fix here. I just haven't actually tried to fix it. I rolled a 95 for that cloak. Big rolls, big. I rolled a 95 and he rolled a 100. So if I have him target and I do shift 4, it's gonna heal him. If I just hit 4, it'll heal me. But the best part is, it still doesn't change my target. So that's what you want. You don't want to change targets when you're doing heals on yourself or heals on the tank. I mean, I'll Google it. I'll figure it out. I'm just not really familiar with the current system. Let me check down here for some. For this, watch the buckle. Actually, the quest is done. We're just looking for snuff at this point. Is this snuff? Now, if you look at the threat meter here, we took that fourth cat back, man. He was an absolute disaster, and it wasn't there was anything wrong with that cat. It was actually the young kitten we have was attacking the fourth cat. Like they did not get along. It was bad. Traumatized. Whew, I just need to get at least a few more snuff, and then I want to get out of here. That way I can turn in, I think, 3 quests. Yeah, which one? Oh shit, we got 1, 2, 3. It looks like I have like 3 quests that are done. If I finish the snuff that... Wait a second. Yeah, this one. I just need 6 more of these. Yeah, I'm heading back. I don't care if this quest is done or not. I want to get back to Zabuti Bay. I knew I could probably get a few more killed on the way back, and of course there's some on the other side as well. so much more money. Ooh, the metal stab, that ought to sell for some money. 42 silver, sweet. If only every guy would drop one of those. I do not have a backwards movement key. Just snag the nameplate priest for Palila. Plate priest. Yeah, that's not bad. Oh no, I don't use a back pedal key. I don't use a back key. So what you do is you just strafe. So if I want to walk backwards, I would do this. Like, you know, if I was backing up from where I am here, I would just go this way and I would just do that. You know, be fighting, go backwards. So yeah, I don't use back. You don't want to use back because walking straight back with the backwards key in this game is slower than strafing, so you definitely don't want to use the back key. Just wishing I could get these green hills to strangle it. I should go to the auction house and just start buying these out so that I have just buy the ones I need. What are these, both 27? No, 2027. No, I guess we should turn the quest that we completed. Because we have a few. Must be above me. That's the missing eyeball quest. Or whatever, dead eye, something, one eye. That guy's flagged, you see that? He's actually flagged. But I don't think I want to attack him here because it would bring the guards on me. Which is probably why he's flagged. Okay, that gives us the Dark Tide Cape. Which is actually probably better than my cape. Mine's stamina, agility, 6 stamina, 3 agility. This one's better. Damn. It's actually definitely better. That's nice. Agility's good for you know, a tank because it's more evasion. And see the Witch Doctor. Okay. Chicks love gray. Oh yeah, this is always one of the cool rules. Destroy the Ultra Tides. Yeah, we'll definitely do that. That quest is worth doing. Okay, Let's turn this quest in. Okay, it was worth 1 gold. Shit. Okay, we're not going to do that one just yet. So as you can see, we're almost 4 bars all the way into the next level, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, so far I haven't taken Reckoning. I can still bail on Reckoning and just put all my points into Righteous Fury and do my normal build, but I do want to check out Reckoning. I think it's something I need to look into. Anything else we can sell? Oh, this, yeah. Okay, so we're up over 24 gold. Have to use your left and right button on mouse to move view. Well, just like, yeah, wow, you basically are right-clicking the screen. There's a lot of things you can do with the mouse. But yeah, I mean, you're using the mouse button. You're just using the right click, right? You just right click on the screen and rotate. Left click is, you can do left if you want to. I never do the left. I always use, I mean, maybe sometimes. The other thing you can do too is, and don't forget, is you can hold down both mouse buttons at the same time to move forward. So like right here, my left hand's not even on the keyboard. You know, I can just move forward by holding down both mouse buttons. That actually comes in handy sometimes, especially in PvP. When you're trying to execute certain keybinds, but you don't want to have to hold down the, like, let's say I wanted to do, like, you know, Shift W as a keybind, right? Well, that's kind of hard to do if I'm pushing W, right? So I can hold down both mouse buttons and do Shift W. So, just another little trick. Oh yeah, you just use the mouse buttons. You don't really want to use the keyboard to turn. You know, you want to use your mouse buttons. Yep. I think it's, I don't know. I think about, it's probably 50-50. I think a lot of people out there use Q&E to strafe, and a lot of them use A&D. I have always used Q&E because I don't know. I just for WoW, for MMOs, I like that. 10 subscribers away from 1,000. What am I gonna do for like a 1,000 subscriber party? Thanks for the sub, Miracle. I appreciate it. I really do. I mean, I appreciate all the subs. I think it's awesome that people, you know, support the YouTube channels you like, and I just can't wait to get to 1,000 and start racking up some Dolores, getting a few bucks for all the videos I've uploaded. I've uploaded a lot of videos over the past few years. We're just going to check on any plates, plate chests, plate bracers, and plate shoulders. So armor, plate, shoulder. And we want 40 to 42. Oops. Not 404, page not found. 40. 42. And what you're looking for is really, first I want to see armor. So the Brutish have 327 armor, and that's the best. Now they're like 7 gold. Like, these are perfect. These are what you want, because you've got good stamina, good strength, and a ton of armor. But it's freaking 7 gold, which is just ridiculous. And of course they're cool looking, but it's too expensive. So the next best one really is this one, which is 12 stamina, 4 agility, 321. But again, 5 gold is really kind of too much. So now you're looking at, ooh, the Warbringers though, 286, 14 stamina. That's a lot of stamina. And the Jousters, no. Field Plate, no, no, no. So all these are pretty crappy basically. So let's go to 43. We're looking for a good buy. Let's go to 47. See what I mean by there's just not like a lot of stuff. Look, nothing. There just is not anything. You know, let's just get rid of this. So this is all there is. Now, True Silver is a great, this is a great one. When struck in combat, has a 3% chance to heal you. This is really good. And this is, I think, craftable, but this is what you want. I mean, honestly, at 44, this is what you want because of that heal. This one's actually not bad. For 2 gold, you know, it's I'm going to lose out on 6 stamina, but you get a lot of strength. But, you know, for 2 gold, that's not too bad. And then, of course, you got the wrist. Ooh, skull. 5, 9 stamina. That's really interesting. And then here's some, this is just 6 stamina, 6 strength. And that's like, what, 130 armor? I actually have the Crush Ridge bindings, which are male. So I'll show you guys those real quick, and then I'm probably going to jump offline. If you go to, I think, Faith. So here's my priest. She's only level 11. Chuck Norris can squeeze a stone for... What? What? Chuck Norris? You like the skull? Yeah. Chuck Norris can squeeze a stone from blood. So... Oh, Jesus. Look at that size of that damage meter. Yeah, but if you look at my priest, check it out, dude. So she's like 116 enchanting and 142 tailoring, and she's level 11. The reason she's able to be that high is because of my paladin farming dead mines and sending her tons and tons and tons of green items and stuff like that. So, but of course, she also has Thunder Fury, Blessed Blade of the Windseeker. Yeah, but I really want to get my priest up there, you know, get her enchanting up. And of course, to do that, you got to get her to about a level, you know, like 50. But at level 35, we can get her enchanting up. But you have to run that dungeon. You know, you have to run through Altamont to hit the enchanting trainer. Enchanting's one of the more difficult ones to raise up. All right, so let's take a look. We've got unknown, or not unknown, Everbright, gold. Got recipe, which is nice. Very nice, very nice. Got some elemental water. Very nice, very nice. And these are just items we're probably going to disenchant. Same thing. Although the fire spell damage we might. So these are the things like these are good enough. Let's just return those. Wait. Do I have an enchant bracer? It's only 1 stamina. That sucks. Oh well, it's better than nothing. Minor deflect. Defense isn't that great. One stamina, that sucks. But it's better than no extra enchant. And now that I had to take it out and enchant it, like if since the mail was sent to me from CaffeineInjected, I could have just said return, and she would get it instantly. But because I had to take it out, enchant it, put it back, now it's going to take an hour to get to her. Ooh, Piercers. Alright, that's it, guys. I'm going to head to bed. I'm tired. Thanks for watching. I will try to come back probably. I'll try to be back online tomorrow after work. I got to work for a couple hours in the morning. That's one of the reasons why I need to get to bed. I got to be at work at 8:30. I will check you guys then. Thanks for everybody who subbed. I really appreciate it. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys all have a great night. Shield name. I'm not sure which shield you're talking about. The shield I currently have, this one, is... Oh yeah, I forgot to look at that, didn't I? Thanks for pointing that out, because I actually do. That's one of the things I need to buy. We need to buy a one-handed sword, if there's a cheap one, right? So let's go 38 to 41. Alright, so what is this? So see, this still doesn't do as much damage as my blue one, so that's good. And then let's go to mace. Oh, there's a lot of... Oh, here, this one's pretty good, if I remember correctly. It's fast, eh? Where's third leg? And heaven. Strength, agility, stamina. This actually wouldn't be that bad because it's 2.7, so it would actually do... But, you know, no, not that great. So none of these are that great, so let's go to armor shield. The shield I have currently is the Skull Lance shield, which I got for, I don't know, pretty like 2 gold, like really cheap. I really want this one here, but it's not really worth paying 34 gold because there's too many other things I need. I could have got this one for 6 gold earlier today, so I'm kind of mad that this is up to 14 gold right now. You can see we do have 24 gold, so I mean, if I went and farmed the elementals for like 2 more hours, I probably could get up to that and buy that weapon, but then I'd be just absolutely broke. Yeah, it's just the Skull Lance shield. There's a lot of shields that have that that have the skull on them. And then she's got the annealed blade, which is good because of the stats, the 6 strength, 6 stamina. That's what, you know, that's nice. This shield is fantastic because of the block. With a 30 block, 1895 armor. That's just awesome. But I really want the Wall of the Dead, and I think that's... Man, I don't see any of them. You know? Here's the Aegis of Stormwind. But see, this shield at 41 has almost the same stats as the Aegis of Stormwind at 49. Look, 1867, 33 block. 1895, 30 block. So, but the Aegis has 15 stamina, which is just fantastic. So, but if you look at the shields, I could buy something like this, which has, look how much more armor it has than than the current item I have. But I don't have the spikes. But I might be able to find some. But then I still need somebody to attach it. Ooh, Mithril Shield Spike. Here, see, Mithril Shield Spike. And that's actually worth, I mean, these are kind of expensive, but it's worth it. See, you know, if I were to get like a blue shield or an epic shield, you would want to put at least a Mithril Shield Spike on it, right? So, we'll check the auction house tomorrow. Maybe the prices will be a little cheaper, because right now they're a little high. Alright, that's it, guys. Good night. Have a good one. Thanks again, Neon, for all the info, and Miracle, and everybody for subbing. I will catch you all later. Peace.